Hey, Tina, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi, Amanda. Got lots of stuff to do. I need to turn on the air. A little stuff. It's rainy and humid today. Hang on, guys. Okay. It's rainy and humid out today. Hi, Mina, Sherry Bug, Darla. How's everybody doing? Let me turn the monitor. Get everything focused. Hi, Riri. So I'm going to color in Luna today, but I'm also going to talk a little bit more about our Society of Idea Collectors. We're going to do our giveaway for everybody that participated last week. I have some stuff from Faithful Mess to show. Hi, Zeely. She sent us some more books. Today I'm going to give away this one. This is the last one of the 4 or 5, however many that I've given away. From Faithful Mess. And then she sent us some of these. She sent us this one, this flow book. So I'll show it as well. And I know the light wants to change when I put that dark stuff in front of the camera. Oh, thank you, Sherry Bug, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Let me write you down, Sherry Bug. Writing you down. Thank you so much for the $3.99 super sticker. Thanks so much. Hi, Ashley. Lurking today. Okay, that's fine. Lurk. We love our lurkers. Need to come out of lurking to be in the giveaways, though. Thank you, Sherry Bug. Aw, thank you so much. Well, I appreciate you guys too. Got to get my voice rolling here. I got some cold juice that helps the voice. Thanks, Tina, for saying good morning to everybody. So, I hope everybody's doing okay, doing well. Sorry, guys. Sylvie, Nancy, Mina. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to say good morning to everybody. Sorry, guys. When I first start talking, I have to get my voice rolling. And the fan is blowing right in my face. Let me turn that a little. Probably has something to do with it. Let's see. Hi, Miranda. Trying to see. Let me tilt. I gotta tilt there we go. I gotta tilt my monitor there a little bit. I still need to get this book. This one, Luna. I've only colored the one page. I'm going to color. I got one picked out for today, but I want to talk some more about our Society Idea Collectors. You know, everybody. If y'all missed Monday, go back and watch Monday, where we talk about, you know, having some kind of a notebook, a comp book, something to collect your ideas in. And then we also talked about making lists. Let me mute a second. I have to cough. Oh man, I gotta get my voice going. Wants to cut out on me. Okay, Sylvie. Hi, Kalora. Hump Day. Thank you, Kalora. Hi, Artful Daydreamer. Who else? You're waiting for homework. Y'all Y'all are so funny. Yeah. Well, just hang on. Let's get people in here first. I always come on at 8:30, or usually do around 8:30, to say good morning and chat. So if you're here and you're one of those people, I get it, not you guys here, but if you're lurking and you want to get right into a project, I always come on and talk a little bit first. So yeah, come back in 30 minutes. If that's the case. Do you have World Within Worlds? No, I don't. I don't know. I didn't get that. The thing about Johanna Basford, I mean, I love her. She has beautiful work, but it's kind of small for me. It's tiny. This one is on the verge of being almost too tiny for me. To enjoy coloring. I like big, bold. I like a lot of paint and these are even kind of, this is the one I have picked out for today. This is even a little bit small. I might have to turn, oops, sorry, guys, I didn't mean to bump into the camera. Might have to turn on the overhead. I don't want to get too flashed out here with the lighting until we start. There it goes. See, it just changed back to light. Yeah, thanks, Tina. I know. I do get comments on it every now and then. That's okay. I just remind them that there's a little slider button underneath the video that you can just fast forward. Hi, Faithful Mess. So Faithful Mess sent us some books. She sent stamps. She sent a couple packs of her stickers. And she has, here, let me see. I think I cut and pasted it. Yeah. There's her Etsy. Now she has her little dolls that you can you have to cut them out. But they are stickers, right? Faithful Mess. Tell us about it. Tell us about it. I don't want to get them out yet. But you can talk about them in your show. I have a briefing. I'll lurk as much as I can. I'm headed to the office with. Oh no. Okay. Well, don't. Then go drive. Go drive. We'll. Don't be reading chat while you're driving. Not that you would anyway, but yeah. But I did. This is her. There's her Etsy shop right there. Faithful Mess. There are stickers. Okay, collage doll stickers. Okay, that's what I thought they were. Faithful Mess, from watching your video, watching your YouTube. So we're going to get into that here in a little bit. So hi, Jessica. Let's see, Bethany, Kimberly. I know I'm probably Maseki. Who else am I missing? Brandy. Who else? I said hi. Let's see. There's Julie Topaz. Good morning. Happy wonderful Wednesday, Julie. I'm probably missing people. There's our Pacola, our little snapdragon. Well, hi, Melody. Good to see you. It's been so long. I know, and over where Melody, it's like 12 hours or 10 hours. No, I think it's 10 ahead of us. So it's like 8:39, 9:30 there. So it's good to see you. I hope you're doing okay, Melody. I've messaged you a couple times in Twitter and haven't seen you. So I'm glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. There's our Janet. Oh, sorry, clicked it. I mean, it moves quick. By the time I click it, it's already moved to somebody else. Yeah, there's Janet. It says good to see you. Let's see, Rachel. Good morning. Listmaster. My favorite package. Okay, so let's see here. Printer paper. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She made me go out the back door. Good one, Rachel. She may not be kidding. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm hoping everybody's at least got something to keep their list in. Okay, I'm glad, Melly. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. I don't make it to a lot of the coloring book, other color book channels. So you might be in those. So that might be why I've been missing you. So that might be it. Hi, Uncle Dan. Hi, Cat and Paste. Good morning, R. That's just her initials, guys. But it's kind of like we've made her the pirate of the group now. Uh, it is a cute book, Brandy. I did color in it. Was it last week? I think last week I colored a page. Um. Oh, okay. Well, it's good to have you back, Melody. Yeah, I did. I did color this one. Let me just move my support page there. Let's see. Where is the one I colored? Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. And I did post it on Instagram, so it is posted. It's on cream. It's not pure white paper. It's a little off white. It's not real cream, but it's off white cream paper. So it's not real bright white. So this is the one that I did. I think it was last week, and it is on Instagram. So, and then today I want to color this one. I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in when I start coloring. But let's put this back behind there. Yeah, it gets the light ones. I could turn on the overhead light, then it flashes out though. So we'll just kind of wait. There we go. Until we settle in. We settle in. Arr. I'm leaving off the G. I'm not going arg. That sounds like an angry dog. Not a pirate. Hello, Tommy Joe, Janice, Gina. Let's see, who else am I missing? So, what have y'all been working on? Hopefully, you have, if you are new or haven't been doing Society of Idea Collectors for a while, you started up another journal. I just set this here. This is the one we worked in the last, Monday. This last Monday, we did a couple things in this one on Monday. I just wanted something sitting here until we get to crack-a-lacking. When you zoom in and out, yeah, I try to keep the lighting and everything pretty as good as I can. Let's see, Aunt Beck. Who else? I'm probably missing people. Mitts. So yeah, so we're going to talk about a little bit about Society of Idea Collector, our list, our what books, who here started a book or got back in their book since Monday. Just had a page in Pop Manga Mermaid. Oh yeah, I love that book, the Pop Manga Mermaids. And I did add, let me go ahead and show you guys. Remember, I couldn't find Linda Wren's. Well, she messaged me and we found her on Instagram. So let's go here, Linda. Here we go. So she did this one. Her prompts were gloves, red wagon, backyard, and cockatoo. So here is her. Here's her cockatoo. So yeah, this was Linda's entry, and that's her name there. It's Linda J. Renz _ Gramelin. So and so she had gloves, red wagon, backyard, cockatoo. So that was her. So if you want to see it more in depth. So I did add her to the list. We're going to do a giveaway for everybody that participated last week. So yeah. Thanks, Linda, for participating. And then I had something else in my pictures. What was the other thing? Oh, Kimberly, 557. Kimberly. She posted on Twitter that she says, this just makes me feel smart. So she did hers, her Society of Idea Collectors book. So she posted hers on Twitter. That was so cute, Kimberly. So I saved that. Let's see. Bethany just got my first Bennett Klein, just finished a lady with the octopus on her head. Oh, I love that one. I've done that one. I've done that one. Let's see. Who else is here? Okay, so Maseki, she said she already had a book and is making her lists. Amanda's coloring in daydreams. 3 more pages till. Oh my goodness, you actually going to complete a book? I don't know anybody that's completed books. That's good. That's awesome. Sylvie started list. Beck said me. Me. There's Kimberly 557. Yeah, that was Kimberly's. I feel so smart. Good one, Kimberly. Okay, so R just started. Hi, Fernando. Let's see. So Maseki already had a book, and now she's making lists. Let's see. I know I'm missing comments. I'm reading them right now, but guys, when we start rolling, make sure you put your comments in caps so I see them. You completed a second color book, Jessica? Oh my gosh, I have not completed one. Oh, I'm coming close in the creepy one. You know, the Derecchio, the creepy one. I'm coming close to that, and I'll probably try to complete it in October during Halloween. You know, October when I'm doing Inktober. I'll probably work on that and try to finish that book. Hi, Juanita. You did complete a book though, Tina? That's good. Aw, Marcus Lyons. Let's see. Hi, Kathy Arbor. So yeah, everybody that participated last week in the four word challenge and that made either a collage, a drawing, a combo, a mixed media. Janet did a zine. If y'all missed that on her show, oh my gosh, Janet, I want a copy of it, Janet. I want a copy of that. Whenever you get somewhere to make a copy, I want a copy of that zine. I have a collection of Janet zines. I have to add that one to my collection. Oh, and I did send you out. If y'all missed Janet's, let me go ahead and show this. Let's see. Let me go over to my messages. So on Janet's stream, I think it was Kathy Arbor. I'm pretty sure, because if it was anybody other than Kathy Arbor, if y'all have not seen Kathy Arbor's garden, first, let me show you Kathy Arbor's garden. We'll back it up a little. So Kathy Arbor has this stunning garden. I mean, she just has beautiful. I mean, this is all from her garden. Look at these. Well, now some of them are paintings, but you know, the actual garden itself. So if it was anybody else that told this to Janet, I'd be hesitant to believe it. But she said, "Oh, look at that one." She said that if you put some cat or pet, she said pet hair around your, like just under the dirt, the squirrels won't bother your plant. Because I'm not sure if it was a tomato plant that Janet was having trouble with, because Janet does her gardening in pots, you know, in big tubs. And so I think she was having problems with a squirrel around her tomato plant. So Kathy told her, well, if you put some pet hair just under the dirt around the plant, the squirrels won't bother it. And then, like I said, if it was anybody else, I would have said, well, I don't know about that. But because she said it, and of course, as y'all may know, Janet's cat passed away last year. And so she doesn't have cat hair anymore. So I told her on stream, I said, well, Janet, I'll send you. So I took some out of the cat brush. So you see all those little dots? All those little dots are from the brush. So I pulled some cat fur out of the brush and sent it to her stream. And then I sent her this. I put it in a bag. So it's in a bag, and I put no squirrels. Cut out a little collage squirrel and put no squirrels on the bag. So I actually sent that out to her yesterday in the mail. So Kathy goes, no joking, it works. So I sent that out to Janet yesterday, and it's heading her way. It's heading her way. Hi, Mary. Yeah, Mary says that those of you that have finished a color book, you deserve a medal. I'm just now getting brave enough to actually color the book. Well, Mary and anybody else that's afraid to color in, and I know some of these books are hardback, they're not cheap, right? Well, if you're afraid to color in one, make a copy of a page. Make a copy of a page to practice on if you're not sure what colors or what, technique or anything. Now, this paper is going to be thicker than copy paper, so that you're already ahead of the game when you go back to the book. But yeah, so make a copy and practice if you're worried about it. So oh my God, Janet, I see that and it's funny, but I'm not putting that up on the screen. Oh, Janet. Oh my gosh. So anyway, Janet will have to report back to let us know if that worked, because Kathy swears it does. Hi, Jane. Hi, Linda. Let's just Miranda, Jean. I said hi to Gina. Let's see. So good morning, everybody. Kathy Arbor said, not sure with gophers. Picola said it was a report that if you find a dryer sheet, oh yeah, I saw somebody post that. Yeah, a dryer sheet will postal workers can put it in there to keep wasps and bees away. Or if you want to be nice, you can go stick one in your mailbox. I'll put it all the way in the back there. Stick one in there to head them off if that's an issue in your area. So thanks, Picola. Let's see, Julia. Yeah, I know, but some people are afraid to color in it. So they get the book and they don't color in it at all. It's better to get, make a practice sheet so you can get crack-a-lacking. Let's see. Yeah, Julie. I thought that was, yeah, whack-a-mole, Julie. Oh my goodness. So we are going to color in this. So let me go ahead and show you what I got here from Faithful Mass, and then we're going to do our giveaway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a random.org. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and number them. And it's, I've seen, don't say, oh, number one. I've seen number one come up a lot in what do you call it? Random.org. So I'm going to number all these. So we're going to do a giveaway. And I have 2 prints picked out for giveaways and that you could pick from. And if you already follow the channel and already have both of these, I will find a different one for you. Okay, that's part of Rain. That's her name right there. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, and I showed Linda Renz this morning because she did message me her what do you call it, IG name. So I showed that a minute ago. Hi, Trisha. I always have a great time. Oh, you're welcome for now. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I have 20 entries. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, so I have 20 entries. I'm not, this is my hashtag, Society Idea Collectors there. Okay, so we're going to do a giveaway in a minute. And I have 2 prints picked out. If if you have them or, then I'll pick a different one for you. Thank you, Tina. Oops, there we go. All right, so Faithful Mass always sends me stamps when she sends books. So she sent me 3 sheets of stamps. I love the Bugs Bunny ones, and you can't get these at the post office anymore. At least not at mine. And of course, I love the space ones. the first moon landing, and Sesame Street. So thank you, Faithful Mess, who is driving and better not be responding at the moment because she is driving a 40-minute drive. So she sent those, and then she sent, I'm going to show this here in a minute. She sent us 4 of the Big Book of Less. I'm going to zoom in to show it here in a minute. So she sent us 4 of these for giveaways. And she also, remember, she sent us 4 or 5 of these a couple months ago. And this is the last one. We're going to give this away today, just to a random, not for participating or anything. This is just for everybody that's here. But you have to be here. You have to be in the chat. So this will be today. Okay. I've already shown this book a few times. And this is the last one out of that set that she sent us. So we're going to just do a random.org today. Don't let me forget, mods, to do that. I'm going to put it right here in front of me. And then she sent us 4 of these. So these will be over the next couple of 2 months, however often I do a giveaway. And so I'm going to show this book. So she sent us some of these. And these flow books are not cheap, if you know. They're close to $30. But she finds them at, is it Ollie's, I think. I think she finds them at Ollie's. Yes, I did add Linda. I did add Linda Rims. There she is right there. Yeah, I did add Linda. So when she finds these flow books and sends them to us, we're special. We're special. So the thing is about the books, though, that has to be in the U.S. only. These are the international shipping on a book is just crazy. So what I do is when I do a giveaway with the book, I also do a separate giveaway for an international person, and that will be a print. And then speaking of, when I do this giveaway, I'm going to let y'all pick between one of these 2. This armadillo was this month's thank you. Well, from April. Get a sip of juice here. I sent these out the first week of May for the supporters from April. This was one from a couple months ago. So if you win the giveaway for participating in the Society of Idea Collector 4-word challenge, I'll let you pick which one of those you want. But I do want to do a little flip of this book just so y'all can see it for the next giveaway. So Our Faithful Mass, let me go ahead and put her Etsy in here. There's her Etsy shop. She has got these collage doll stickers. And before I open one up, sorry guys, just got my air conditioner serviced and it's all on. So now instead of, I still have the fan blowing in my face, but now I got the air conditioner too. So anyway, I think she said the first 20 people that buy one of the packs or one of the sticker sheets will get one of these, a pack of some stuff. But I think she says she's only doing this for the first 20 people. So she sent me 2 of them for giveaways. So I'll give away, let's see, how should I do this? Maybe I should do a giveaway. Well, we'll see. But she sent us these for giveaways too. I don't want to get too in the weeds with too many giveaways. I've already got 2 giveaways today. This one and this one. So we might do another giveaway with these next show. Hi, Lisa. Lurking. Okay. Hi, Arlene. Good to see you. Diana. I know I'm missing people. Thank you for being here. So she even sent it with the stamps. She sent a little place to put the address. And then this is her P.O. box up here, and it's Faithful Mess. I just put the link into her Etsy shop. And these are her stickers. And you got to, let's see. I think you have to cut them out. Yeah, because she called them collage stickers. So you can either fussy cut them or just cut squares. And the artwork is by Hannah at Easy Art Mix and stylized by Faithful Mess. So Faithful Mess colored them, styled them, detailed them. So these are her collage stickers. They are on sticker paper, but you have to either fussy cut them or just cut out a square to use them. So these are what's on her Etsy shop. So make sure you go peruse it. And if you don't follow Faithful Mess on YouTube, same name, Faithful with 2 L's, Faithful Mess on YouTube. And and you can watch her do all kinds of art with things, with these and other things. Oh, there's Faithful Mess. My Ollie's has more Flobos. If there's any left in the month, I buy them for giveaways if y'all like them. Sorry, the coloring books have been scarce. So that's what she says there. So she has some all kinds of little goodies in here. And again, from my understanding, she's only doing little packs of extras for the first 20 people. Am I right? Am I right, Faith? The first 20 people will get a little special envelope along with the dolls. So first 20 people. And again, these two right here are for giveaways. So thank you so much, Faithful Mess, for sharing your art, your books, your stamps, and your creativity over on your channel. So, yeah, okay. So she said the first 20 people get a special envelope. So, yeah. So go over there and get some of her dolls, her sticker dolls, collage sticker dolls. I know, Nellie, they are beautiful. And Faithful Mess is a beautiful person inside and out. If y'all follow her on YouTube, you already know that. So, oh, and there, Bacola just put her YouTube channel. So, hi, Marlene. Who else? Nellie. I'm sure I'm missing people. I'm not trying to. And if you're new here, a couple things. Make sure that you put it in caps if you're talking to me. And because we're doing giveaways, I want to, reiterate that you need to click live chat at the top. If you have top chat, you will not see all the chat. So make sure you have live chat selected. And then I got a nice little note here about the giveaways. And this will go in my Fibs book. I'll go in the Fibs book. Okay, so let's go ahead and show this real quick. I will keep these out in handy so we can do giveaways with those. And maybe I'll do one today too. But like I said, we're doing 2 other giveaways today. So. So let me go ahead and zoom in and get the light adjusted again and everything. Let's bring it up just a little. So she sent us 4 of these, the Big Book of Less and Finding Joy in Lighter Living. And, it has its moments. It has its moments from their philosophy. It's kind of like the, live with less kind of thing. And that depends on what it is. I can live with less shoes. I don't have that many because I buy art supplies instead. I don't have a lot of jewelry, because I buy art supplies instead. So, we have priorities. We do have our priorities. But anyway, it has different chapters here. Less stuff, less information, less doing, less judgment, less living large, less remembering, less control. That's their topics. And whether you agree with the philosophy of it or not, like I said, some of it I do, some of it I don't. The art, the art of these books and the extra little inserts and things like this, they have all kinds of little inserts in their books. And I won't show every page, but I'll kind of just do a flip here for you so you can get an idea. The art in Flow books and the Flow magazine, which I don't think they're putting out in the US any longer, unless you're a subscriber. So like One Thought a Day, this little book, and they're all just stuck in there with the glue dot that peels right off. So, yeah. So, and there's just all kinds of little stories and little things on journaling, dot journaling, all kinds of journaling, little quotes. Here's a poster here, a fold out. They have so many inserts and tip-ins, how to make a bucket list, and all kinds of articles, and different people's opinions about living less, gardening, paintings, some art posters, recipes, talk about food and recipes, how to live in the now. But look, the art is just awesome in flow books. And then there's another insert. Here's a little thing where you can, I think, build you a little house or something. Here's the furniture, cut it out and build a little house. So yeah, flow books are really awesome, and they're not cheap, like I said. And the fact that Faith gets these and sends them to us. Faith. Good one, Faith. Oh my goodness. So she sent us some of these, which we'll be giving away over the next few weeks. So I keep them right handy. And so like I said, the last batch she sent us was the 50 ways to draw your beautiful ordinary life. And again, look at this poster that's over the cover. The cover is a poster with different artist quotes in it, a Picasso, and just different quotes here. And that's the sleeve to the book. So we're going to give this away today. And yeah, so if y'all did not get over, at least, guys, go look. Whether you buy over at Faithful Mess's Etsy shop, go look at it, and at least go follow her YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anybody anything to follow somebody on YouTube. I'm just saying. It doesn't cost, whether you click the button to get every single notification, that's up to you. But at least go follow her, because she's just awesome. She's just awesome, guys. Okay, so I showed Linda Rinse. I got all my notes here. Okay, sip of juice. Tina said I'd build that paper house. The first thing my cats would do is lay on top of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of things you have to do when you got cats. I know. So we're going to give this away here in a little bit. Okay, so back to let's go ahead and do the giveaway for this. Put this over here with my Faithful Mess envelopes. So this is everybody that participated in and I write big and just, this is so not how I write in person, but I write real big with a big Sharpie on camera so everybody can see it. So let me go over to random.org. Random. And you don't have to be here for this, but I do need your address. Some of these people, I do not have your address. And if you win, you got to send me your address. Let's see. Go back here. Random.org. Okay, so we have 20 people, so I'm going to change this from 100, which is when we do our regular giveaways. Okay, and turn it to 20. And it's the first person closest without going over. Without going over. That's always been my rule. First person closest without going over. Okay. So 1 to 20. Let's see who wins today. And thanks everybody. Thanks again, everybody that did participate in the 4-word challenge. We're going to talk some more about Society of Idea Collectors today. And I'll give you a little homework assignment for Monday. On Monday's show, we just talked about making lists and starting a book. So there was no the homework was to do that, but that's kind of an ongoing thing to continuously add to your list and work on making your notebook or comp book or wherever it is you keep your ideas. Okay, here we go. 13. 13. Who is 13? 13 is Chatty Lane. So I don't think she's here right now, but Chatty Lane, I see her all the time, or I can get in touch with her. She's also on YouTube. Chatty Lane, you are the winner. Let me see if I can find, I don't know if I can find it real quick over on Instagram, but I'll try to find it so you can see the winning. Not that her entry was the winner. All of y'all's entries were winners, but just by a random draw, she won. Let's see here. Let's see what she entered. What did she enter? Here it is. Okay. So she did. Birdie was thinking he may have bitten off a bit more than he could handle. This is the one that Chatelaine did with the helicopter and the cat hanging on for dear life. So this is Chatelaine. Elaine is Chatelaine Creations. So there she is there. So I will message her. I'll message her on what do you call it? Instagram. I'll message her on Instagram. Unless she comes in, y'all see her. I'll message her on Instagram and tell her she won, and she can pick which print she wants. She can pick the armadillo or the mermaid in the gazebo. She can pick which one of these she wants. So that was so fun, guys, for y'all to participate in it. Thank you, everybody that did that. I always think it's fun for people to participate in our challenges. So I know, wasn't that cute, Laura? So yeah, if I see her come in, hi Donna. I haven't seen her here yet, but I could miss people. I don't see anybody saying hi to her. So I will message her over on IG and tell her that she won and that she could pick a print. Hi, Lisa Nelson. Let's see. I said hi to Ashley Colors. Jane. Oh, thanks, Jane. Okay, so before we start coloring, we're gonna, because SOIC is apparently taken, Society of Idea Collect SOIC is apparently taken by some school. We will just use, if we want to hashtag anything, put Society of Idea Collectors, the whole word, all together. You can put it all together, no spaces. Society of Idea Collectors, all one word with the hashtag. On Instagram, if you want to share anything you're doing with Society of Idea Collector peeps. Hi, Carla. Let's see. So I will give a Wednesday assignment due the following Monday. Now, not everything is not going to be a you have the homework assignment, but that doesn't mean that everything has to be posted, depending on what you do. If you want, on Monday, we talked about making your Society of Idea Collectors book, whether it's a comp book, whether it's a notebook. If you want to post a picture, like Kimberly did that over on Twitter. Let me go back over to Twitter. She posted hers over on Twitter. Let me get over there. She said, it makes me feel smart. So here's Kimberly 557 posted hers. I'm not sure if it's a comp book. It looks about the size of a comp book, but I can't tell. But anyway, if you want to post your covers over on Society of Idea Collectors on hashtag on Instagram, then you can do that. So, yeah. Okay, I don't see anything in caps, so I guess no one's saying anything. Okay, so if I give you an assignment on Wednesday, then you can we'll either talk about it or have you. If there's something that you have to post on Instagram, then post it by the following Monday. Okay, and I'll probably do some little giveaways for that. I don't know that I'm going to do a giveaway for it every single week. I don't know that I'm going to do that. Oh, thanks, Tina. But it's not so much that y'all have to do this to be in a contest or to win something. You have to do this because you want to have ideas for yourself. It's for yourself that you need to be doing this. So let me look over here. I showed this on Wednesday. I took this out of our book from the big giant book that's not going to be used for Society of Idea Collectors. It just happened that I had that book open last week when I was making lists. So if you missed Mondays, and I will try to I will try to put every time I talk about the Society of Idea Collectors, even though it won't probably be like we're going to color today. It won't be the only thing I talk about. I'm here for 3 hours. I'm not going to usually just talk about one thing. Okay, in Talo, that's fine. Nobody has to post anything. This is for you to keep your ideas, because I hear all the time, I don't have an imagination. I don't know what to do. I have no ideas. And I always ask those people, do you write things down? Most of the time it's no. So, you have to write it down. We discussed that on Monday on lists. The list show. But I will try to always remember to put it in the Society of Idea Collectors playlist here on my YouTube. So, and I think Picola, I think we're at 97. This might be number 98 over the years. And, it's evolved and changed. Sometimes there's probably going to be a lot of repeating because people go, well, what about lists? What about mind mapping? So I'll repeat it, but I'll still put it in the playlist regardless. So there's not going to be 97 all new, different information in all those. So you can skim through it and get what you want out of it. All right. So the things and if you did not do this, let me get I got to get my purple highlighter to check things off, because I am checking things off as we go. And I am making you lists for, giving you assignments. Okay. So hopefully you made your list and I'm going to just kind of go over the topics of the list: people, places, things, occupation, transportation, and the names of colors. And somebody did leave a comment. I forgot who it was, left a comment in comments on the last video. Another good place to get good color names is a box of crayons. Somebody said last week, your color pencils, your box of crayons, paint chip names. So you need to make a list of color names, not just colors. No, don't just write. You can write down red, yellow, blue, green, purple, orange, black, white, that. But I want you to go through and either find or make your own names or do both. Okay. Oh, so Picola said this will be episode 98. So, and so it's just, if you go in my playlist, there's a playlist, SOIC. So make a list. Thanks, Picola. My little snapdragon. I can't resist saying that. So anyway, make a list of color names like Blue Sea. I don't know. I can't think of them right now. I got all these other things on my mind in my list. So, but make a list of color names, because we're going to be using that list at some point. So, and again, if you want to, you can break out your people list into, I just call it people because it's anything living. So you can have your animals, your mammals, your birds, your bugs. You can have that all under people. However, I do recommend making a separate page for birds, bugs, mammals, fish, and then list all the different kinds. Under bugs, you'll have, moth, butterfly, dragonfly, praying mantis, so make as many lists as you can think of, because that just helps you. That just helps you. Yeah, Lisa says fingernail polish bottles. Well, we know what Lisa likes to collect. I have a few fingernail polishes, because if I wasn't streaming, I would have not near as many as I do. But like this one is called, what's this one called? Midnight. No, I can't see. It's too tiny. I can't see it without a magnifying glass. But anyway, yeah, that's a good one too, Lisa. But anyway, when you're going through things like your, and art supplies is another one. I thought about making that one of your assignments. So if you want to add art supplies, I'm not going to make it the assignment for next week, but I would recommend you listing all your art supplies. Now, when I say listing all your art supplies, that depends on how much in depth you want to go. You can just say distress inks, color pencils, Prismacolor pencils, and that's it. You can just list the big items like acrylic paint, pens. You can just list the main things, or you can make a sheet for each one. And again, this is going to be, that would take a while. So you don't have to do all this for the assignment this week. I'm just saying, keep lists going, keep ongoing lists for yourself all the time, because you're going to have different lists than other people. So listing things is just, you'll see how much information and inspiration you get simply by list alone. Things will come to you. Now, here's the kicker. When you are making your list and things occur to you, ideas occur to you, inspiration happens, write it down. Don't just go, oh yeah, I'll have to come back to that. I'm making a list of my color pencils and those blue colors, the list of that, and I really like them. And I got an idea, oh, that would make a really pretty sky. And then you keep listing your colors. Well, you've missed your opportunity. The idea is when you get an inspiration or an idea, and that's why I recommend Post-it notes, because it's just so easy, handy, and disposable, to write them down, write those ideas on a Post-it note and just stick it in your book under, like next to that color list. Or if you have some ideas when you're writing down all your fish, put that on that page. Write your idea down and stick it on that page. I can't stress enough how easy it is to write your ideas down on Post-it notes and then go and just stick them in a book, stick them in your book someplace that that list is where you'll use it, right? Yeah, you want to, this is just the beginning. And especially, guys, this is especially good for people that say they don't have ideas or inspiration. If you've already got more ideas in your own little notebook than you'll ever use, then don't do this. Nobody's making you do anything. I'm just trying to help you. If you don't have ideas and inspiration, a nice way to do it is to keep them. You need a prayer pouch for your Post-its. Oh my gosh, Julio. Let's see. Just for dog, all breeds. See that? There you go. So, when I said I said mammals, fish, birds. We'll make one for cats, dogs. You can make a page. Just make a page. Whether you're using a comp book. And you're going to end up with multiple comp books if you go into comp books. If you use a 3-ring binder, you can keep adding papers, pages and information. You can, a thing about a 3-ring binder is, if you see an article in a magazine you like, you can tear it out, punch holes in it, and slap it in your binder. Make some tabs if that helps you. Like I told you about, making the list tab, you know. Hi, Chatelaine, you won. You won the giveaway. The random giveaway for participating. So you get to pick which one of these do you want. Where they go? Here we go. Which one of these do you want, Chatelaine? You want and you may have already got one or both of these. If you have, I'll pick another one. Do you have both of these, or do you want one of these? Or maybe you want an extra one of these. So let me know which one you want. So congratulations. Which one would you like? I'm pretty sure I have your address, but it doesn't hurt to send me again. So which one would you have? Which one you have? Do you have both of these? Do you have them both? Which one? You have them both, Chatelaine? I'm trying to wait for her to answer. She said I have the print. I don't know which one she has, or both. Which one do you want one of these? If you have both of these, I'll pick another one for you. No what? Oh my gosh. Do you want one? Tell me which one of these you want. I don't have the animal. Okay. Did you support my channel last month? Because if you do, this one is coming. You will already get this automatically. So got to wait for the chat to catch up. Did you support the channel last month, Chatelaine? Yeah. I can't remember either. Okay, well, I will find if you did not, I will send you this one. If you did, I'll find another one to send you. Okay, so I will send you out a print. I will send you out a print because you won the list. You won the 4 challenge, the 4-word challenge. You won that at a random.org. Okay, so congratulations. Thanks for participating. I showed your entry again. I showed it again this morning. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for participating. Thanks so much. Okay. All right. So back to our Society of Idea Collectors idea chat. Okay. So now what I want you to do, here is your assignment. And you can, because you don't have you probably don't have, let me get my pen here. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let's see. Let's go to, I'm going to take this, call it week 2. Okay. And if you want to post it on Instagram, again, you're more than welcome to, but this is what I want you to do. If you do not have a place where you keep quotes, okay, that's it. Okay. If you don't have a place where you keep quotes, I want you to make a tab. This will be called week 2. Week 2 is quotes. Okay. Week 2 is quotes. Week 1 was your list. Week 2 is quotes, but always be making new lists, guys. If a new list occurs to you, like I forgot who it was that just said I could make a list of all the cat breeds and all the dog breeds. Okay. You're always going to continuously making your list. And then shortly we're going to go into mind mapping, and you're going to always be doing that as well. So those are things that you're always going to be adding to. But this week, your assignment is to make lists. Make quotes, make a section for quotes, write down you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to, I've got quote books and books and books and books on quotes. And, if you have some already, add those to your Society of Idea Collector, or if you have a few in your head, if you want to just look up a few just to get you started, start a section for quotes. Now, see my voice, I'm getting out that teacher voice. And I am not a teacher, but I get that voice. I get that. Okay, now, class, let's get out your pencils. I try to make it so clear that I over clarify, So let's get out our pencils. I hear it when I start doing it. Okay, so get you a section for quotes. And what I want you to do is, with the quote, do some kind of art. It can be a doodle. It can be a cartoon. I mean, Janet, you do not need to make another zine. You can if you want, but if find a quote that you like out of your quote collection in that section of your Society Idea Collector notebook, and make some kind of art. I mean, it can be as easy, guys, as if like Kathy Arbor may have, and I'm not telling her she has to do it either. I'm just using her as an example. Some people just get to be examples. Kathy Arbor probably has tons of quotes about gardens. If you have a favorite quote about a garden, you could find, what about a photograph? You could photograph something that has to do with your quote. That may even be more of a challenge to some of you. Take a picture with your phone and post it on Society of Idea Collector. So you have until next Monday, which that's what I'm trying to schedule these on a Wednesday, due on a Monday. Post it on Society of Idea Collector, and I may or may not do a giveaway. We'll see the participation. We'll see how people participate. The more people, the better. I'll just say that. Okay. So Sarah says she has a book of quotes of song lyrics. There you go. Song lyrics is another one to get good quotes out of. However you want to do. Aw, thanks, Tina. You're sweet. However you want to start, but start collecting your quotes. Again, don't start writing down 500 quotes. You're going to get in the weeds in that. You're going to get bogged down. Not telling you can't do it. If that's all you got time to do, that's fine. But, get you 5 or 10 quotes in your book. Okay. 5 or 10 quotes in your book. I'll narrow it down, because some people go, well, how many should I get? 5 to 10 quotes in your book, and pick one of your favorites or one that inspires you. Which one inspires you? Which one stands out at you? And then either draw it, collage it, photograph something that goes along with it, some kind of entry that corresponds with your quote. Okay. If you got inspired by a pet quote and you want to photograph your pet, whatever. But, be honest with yourself. And is it really something that's inspiring you? You're all adults. You got to kind of, be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. Is this really inspiring me? Oh, Beck, that's a good one. I wish I'd written down quotes from my grandma. I did not write any down. There were many times that I tried. I mean, it was like getting grandma's history out of her was like pulling teeth. I'm serious. It was hard to get any information out of grandma. We finally got her out of where she was born, how she was raised, that she was on an Indian reservation for a while. This was way back up in Montana in 1900. I mean, we're talking way, way back. But it was really hard to get information out of my grandma. So that's an excellent one. That's an excellent one, Beck. That's an excellent one. And if you have a picture of your grandma and you want to post that, that's awesome. The idea here, remember, guys, is to get inspiration. Ideas and inspiration. It can be whether you're a photographer, a writer. If you want to write a poem, if you have a quote that inspires you, like Beck said, her grandma, if you want to write a poem about your grandma, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The idea is to do something from inspiration and your idea collecting. Oh, see, that's awesome. I even bought one of those, family history books where you ask questions. You ask questions and ask them that and fill it out. And she never filled out a thing. I'm just saying. But I love my grandma. I love my grandma. For me, our favorite flower was a pansy. So anytime I think of my grandma and doing any kind of art, I would do a pansy. I would do a pansy picture. So, okay, so there we go. Succinctly, Picola. Week 2, Society of Idea homework. List 5 to 10 quotes. Select one and create something inspired by that one. I'm going to write that down. Picola inspires me to be succinct. List 5 to 10 quotes. I should run this by her. I should get her to do my titling. Select one. I'm writing it down, Picola, and create something inspired by it. Inspired by that one. There we go. Thank you, Picola. And I'm going to write Picola and little quotes around it. There we go. Thank you, Picola. So yeah, that is that's your homework assignment. If you want to post it on Instagram, remember you want to hashtag the whole word out. Society of, all one word, Idea Collectors. All one word. Do not do SOIC, because I forgot. Faith, I think, looked it up, and it's a school has that now. The SOIC, a school has it. So write the whole thing out. Society of Idea Collectors. If you can see that. Right, hashtag the whole word out, and then post whatever it is before stream on Monday. So early Monday morning or late Sunday night, whatever you want to do. But have it by my next stream, on Monday. Okay? Any questions, class? Any questions? I'll tell this. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again just because. When I went back to college in my 30s, and I went back for journalism with a minor in art. I didn't even go back for art. I went for journalism. Anyway, when I went back to college in my 30s, this was when, Windows and it'd been out for a little bit, but I didn't even have a computer at the time. When I went back to college, I got one shortly after, like a couple of weeks, within a month or so of going back to college. I got a desktop. When I say computers, when I say, oh, well, this was before computers, I mean desktop, Windows, that kind of thing. Because I worked with computers way, way back, way before desktop, right? We worked at computers, the big mainframes, the big printouts, those huge stacks, a big line, white and green printouts. So when I say before computers, I don't mean that. I mean like desktop and Windows. So anyway, it wasn't that I'd never used a computer or, worked with one before. But I didn't have a desktop and Windows at this time when I went back to college. So, and I'm one of those people that I like to do well at whatever I do. And that includes schoolwork. I finally got rid of a lot of my schoolwork, like one class with a book this thick that I stopped. I mean, I was like overachiever in school. So anyway, to make a long story short, too late. So when the first class that I went back to school for was, it was an English class. And I think it was writing. Anyway, whatever, I forget what it was now, but it was also they didn't call it homeroom. I forget what they call it, but your main teacher that oversaw everything for all your classes, So I was in this class for the first time, the first day. And usually I like to sit in the front row and I like to ask questions. And, sometimes, I'd ask a question. The teacher would go at the end, does anybody have any questions? Like I just asked you guys, does anybody have any questions? Which if you asked them, I'll have to scroll back because I've missed them. But they, does anybody have any questions? I would be the first one. If there was a question, I'd raise my hand and ask. And, you could hear some, and I was in my 30s, most of these, there were kids like 18, 19 years old. And you could hear them go, oh, I want to get out of here. No questions. But I had many, many, many of those young people come to me after a class. I'm so glad you asked that question. I really wanted to answer that question, but I was too afraid to ask. See, I'm not afraid to ask. I'm not afraid to ask. And if it embarrasses me, I don't care. I really don't care. So this is one of those embarrassing moments that, oh, well, I'm telling the story again to you guys. So, the teacher said, okay, so everybody needs to go to the library and get your email. Get your email at the library. And I'm thinking to myself, email? What? And so I raised my hand. Now, let me back up. So usually I'm sitting in the front row. Well, I all the seats were taken in the front row. I don't know why I was a little late that day. I was in the very back. So I'm in the very back of the class. And I'm raising my hand. And I guess she's not seeing me. I went, excuse me. Oops, sorry. Excuse me, Miss So-and-so, I have a question. She goes, yes. And I guess she looked down her sheet. Dee Dee, yes. And I said, where do we pick up our keys for the email boxes? And the whole class, they're all young people. They all knew what an email was. They all knew. They're all snickering and giggling. And I'm looking around like, what? What did I say? And the teacher goes, just go to the library and they'll explain it to you. Like I was a little old lady. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So anyway, so after that was not too long, maybe a couple weeks, within a month, I got a desktop, one of those big old compacts, like the monitor's like a TV, like a small TV, right? And the main reason I wanted to get one was because I had a friend that wanted to get on IRC and chat to people around the world. And we ended up, it was Merck, but it's part of IRC. And she goes, you gotta get Merck. You gotta get now that you got your computer, you gotta get on there and chat with everybody. I'm thinking in chat rooms, I thought to myself, why do I want to talk to a bunch of strangers around the world? Why do I want to do that? Now, mind you, this was 25, 30, however many years ago it was. A lot of years, 25, 30. Somewhere between there. And I said, and so I ended up getting the big compact with the big monitor. And so I got on. And back then, it wasn't just a click the button and there you are. You had to do some configuring back then to get on these chat rooms. And then every screen, if you wanted it to have any colors, your text, your size of the font, you had to do all that yourself. None of that stuff was automatic. You had to figure all that out yourself, So, but I was determined after I watched it. Yeah, I know. Well, and not only that, Jessica, when Hubster brought, I think I got it. It was expensive. It was like $3,000 for the monitor, the keyboard, the tower, and your AOL discs that were free. So anyway, so Hubster said, plugged it all in for me and everything. Goes, okay, there you go. And I went, there I go. What do I do? I had the AOL disc in one hand and a computer screen on the other. And I'm going, and I asked him, what's that little red X in the corner do? He goes, you'll figure it out. So within a couple of days, I don't even think it was 3, but within a couple of days of getting a brand new, because this is how focused. I get focused on something. I'm like a bulldog, people. I'm telling you. Within a couple of days of having a brand new desktop, didn't even know how to figure out AOL, didn't know what the X in the corner was. And to get on Merc and get in these worldwide chat rooms with different, I mean, thousands of chat rooms, right? Just different topics and whatever. You had to do a lot of configuring. Within a couple days, I was on Merc, baby, and I was talking to people around the world. And I knew what the little red X in the corner meant. Yeah. Anyway, so there's my story about. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions about the Society of Idea Collectors assignment? Collect 5 to 10 quotes, and whatever inspires you, post something on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you can email me, but try to get on Instagram. Trust me, if I can set up Merc in 3 days, you can figure out Instagram. It's very, very simple. So it's easier than emailing. I'm telling you, Instagram is easier than attaching a picture in email and sending it to me. It's easier than that. So let's see here. Tina said chat rooms back then were next evolution ham radio for its old timers. Yeah, I never did ham radio. But yeah. So yeah. Kids today don't know what a floppy disk is. Yeah, I know. So anyway, my eyes are watering now from laughing. So. Oh. Yeah, Devin goes, it's so easy. Even I figured out. It's not hard. Instagram is one of the easiest things there is to do. I'm telling you. It is very user-friendly. It's very user-friendly. And, it's Instagram for me. I mean, there's other places on social media where people talk politics and, other things. For me, my Instagram is only about my art. I follow people that are photographers, writers, artists, painters, doodlers. But if you're doing politics, I'm probably not going to follow you. Just saying. No offense. I'll follow you. We'll talk somewhere else. But my Instagram is my happy space. It's not like Twitter and Facebook and all that. Instagram for me is my happy space of art. Janet. See? Janet gets on Twitter and Robert gets on his ham radio. Hello. So, okay. Yeah. Chat line. It's so, and it's really easy. Where'd it go? Let's turn that on. What happened? Did I freeze? My chat froze. Hang on, guys. If I can change it. All right, there we go. My chat froze for a second. Okay. Let's see. Did I have questions? I think I had some questions. Let's see. Did anybody have any questions? Questions about the Society of Idea Collector. Hi, Wendy. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. If I missed it, put it in caps again, guys. Or when I scrub through the chat after the video renders later in the day, I will try to answer questions. Or if you have another question, put it in the comments. After the video renders, leave a comment in the comments. Comments are awesome for the algorithm, guys. I can't stress that enough. If you want to support a YouTuber, leave them a comment. If you don't super chat, if you don't PayPal tip jar, comment. Comment, people. Comments really, really help. You just don't know. Somebody else must have. Oh, you should have deleted them, Tina, before that got to that point. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into coloring in our Luna. And in a little while, I'll probably about 11 o'clock. Let's push for 11. So if you have to do something, come back and leave and come back. Try to be here at 11 when I do this giveaway. And if you're international, I do a separate giveaway. For a print because to send this international is, yeah. Yeah, it's as some people say, ridiculous. Yeah, Nettie. Nettie, I have to put you in the. I have to put that in the wingnut book. I have to put. I have to put that in the wingnut book. It's both of our quotes, Nettie. Now, where do I pick up my key for this? Oh, Nettie. Okay, so if y'all don't know, when someone says something funny like that, that goes along with what we're talking about, something quick-witted like that, it goes in the wingnut book. And it won't make sense anytime later, but it goes in the wingnut book. Goes in the wingnut book because we're all a bunch of wingnuts. Oh, Nettie, that was a good one. So yeah, there's I try to tell these kind of things kind of quick so I don't drag it out too much in chat, but so all right. So we are going to do Monday, and Monday we did a couple of things, added a couple things to these pages here in the in this this is my rice paper journal. Everything in here is, and it may end up being napkins later because I'm probably not going to be able to fill this whole book with rice papers. Excuse me. But we did this page on Monday, added a couple things to some of the other pages. And so, yeah, I get these rice papers. They're Stamperia rice paper. Oh, I added her in this since before after the show on Monday. I get them at Paint and Paper Studio, Zandra. That's where I get all these pretty rice papers like this, and they're made by Stamperia. I think all of them are Stamperia because that's where I get them from is Zandra. And so I just kind of filling up the book with them, and then I go back and add a quote or something pretty to it, and they sound like they're sticking, but it's kind of like the napkin situation where it's almost like Velcro. I use golden matte medium, so the pages aren't really sticking. It's just kind of like, because they're textured like a napkin, they can kind of get stuck together, but they're not really sticking. They're not really pulling anything off. You know what I mean? They're not pulling any of the ink or anything off when they do that. So I have a bunch in here that I work on here and there. And so, yeah, it's just kind of a fun journal to work in. Okay, so now we're going to go and color again in our Luna. If y'all were here last week, I forget what day, or maybe in the end of the week before, we colored this one. And the little gnomes, I was calling them elves. And then I saw Julie Topaz go, "Oh, I love the little gnome raincoats." And I went, "Oh yeah, they're gnomes, not elves." The little pointy hats they're gnomes. So and added the rain to it. So we did this one last week or the week before. So hi, Faithful Mess, welcome back. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, you should. And write down those stories, Faithful Mess. I'm telling you, if you don't write down your elders' stories, you will forget them too. And you won't be able to pass them down to your children. So you need to write those stories down, even if it's just something quick, the name, the date, the place that they told you the story, just the details, just a little, quick something is better than nothing. It's better than nothing. I don't know. I mean, I don't have tons of old family pictures like Hubster's family. Their family goes way back. Willingham, they go way back, and their pictures on both sides, his mom's and dad's sides of pictures. I mean, I have literally big plastic tubs full of their family pictures. And I ended up with them all because I was the one doing all the scrapbooking, right? So I made a few little books for the family and some small books, at Christmas. This was back, when I was doing more scrapbooking and all that. But there's tubs and tubs of pictures with no names, no idea who these people are. Somehow they're related because they're in those tubs, right? I got 2 big tubs in my garage. And, so when you go to the flea market and you wonder, why did somebody get rid of their family photos? Did they just die and have a clean out, or, what happened? And, and speaking of, I gotta do one more shout out here in a minute. And, hang on, I want to find it on my phone because I'm on the computer, obviously. And you wonder how did all those photographs get to the flea market or the antique store? Well, nobody labeled them, so you have tons of pictures nobody knows. Yeah. So Tim Holtz created a whole new family out of them, right? Exactly. Your found relatives, I think, is what, I don't know if he calls them that, but we've always all called them that. The found relatives. But I'm going to go over to my YouTube on my phone and look up this. If I can remember the exact paper and moose, I think. Yes, here it is. Okay. So if you don't follow, you need to. If you don't follow Paper and Moose on YouTube, she does trash picking, flea markets, house clean outs. And she just, I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Find of a lifetime. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Now, don't go watch it now, guys. I don't want to see you. But go watch Paper and Moose and go watch The Find of a Lifetime. And she's literally crying. But you got to go watch that one. Find of a Lifetime. Okay. And Paper and Moose is the name of her channel. And she's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, I know. And if you watch people like Paper and Moose, you see all that all the time. People thrown out in the trash at the curb. You can't believe the kind of books and journals and all the kind of things that she finds. So, these found relatives, right. They're actually my husband's found relatives. And, we went through, a few years ago, I went through some of these tubs with Hubster. And then I asked a couple of the sister-in-laws and stuff like that, Hubster sisters, if they remembered who they are, because Hubster's mom's passed away and his dad passed away in the 80s. And of course, his mom would be the one to know all these people, right? But when she was alive, I did do a couple little books of all the relatives that we could find. So I made folders. For the sisters, the 2 sisters, the sister-in-law and brother. If there's cousins and their pictures and they were in the picture. So in other words, like if I saw cousin, so-and-so, and he was in the picture with a bunch of strangers, but I knew the cousin, I made a folder for him or her and then put those pictures in that folder. And then I distributed it out, as many of the pictures as I could, to help, preserve some of those memories for whoever. Hey, Zippy. How you doing? We're telling all my elder story left. Denise. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Zippy. That's going in the window. I wrote down all my elders' stories and then left them at Denny's. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering. I can't even see. And then left them at a Denny's. Good times. Gotta put that in the wing notebook. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering, guys. Oh. All right, Zippy, you made the wing nut book. Although I think he made the wingnut book once before too. Okay, so let's see what else is everybody saying. Janice, I scan the photos and attach them to my family file for everyone to know. Oh, that's a good one too, Janet. Oh, wait, where'd it go? I clicked it. Oh, Zippy, you're so funny. That's a good idea, Janet, right there. Okay, so let's see. Well, we keep you on hand, Zippy. We keep you on hand. Where are you here? We keep you handy there, Zippy. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so so there's some of my stories and computers and chats and whatnot. Okay, so let's see. Julia, you don't do Instagram? Well, you need to. It's so simple, Julia, if that's what you're saying. Let's see. Good one, Becky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I always spell her name. Kalura Becky. Oh my gosh. That's good. Y'all are so fun. Y'all are so witty. Did you leave the stories or the elders? Oh my gosh, you guys. Hang that book again. I should just leave it. Y'all are so clever today. I should keep the wingnut book handy. Good one, Becky. Okay. All right. So we got to get on with our project because I'm going to get comments and emails. Y'all know I do. I can say don't email me all day and I still get emails. No, I just stick them in random. And see, that's the thing, Jane, about the wingnut book. And I remember when Denise came over one day, she goes, "What's this?" I said, "That's the wingnut book. It's when somebody says something, witty or quirky or something funny on the show." And she started reading them. She goes, "None of this makes any sense." I know you had to be there. You had to be there to understand the wingnut book because we're all a bunch of wingnuts. Okay, so this is the one we're going to do today. Zoom in. Oh my God, I got to lighten it up. Let's see here. All right, so we'll start with this close and let's brighten it up just a little. All right, we'll start with this. And I love when I get that nice tan when I'm this close up. Okay, so we're going to start with this. And I do want to have a black background on this because I want these flowers to be hot pink. So I will probably, now there's a couple things we can do. Of course, and I'll let y'all decide what you want to see me do because I'll do either one. And I'm going to, you can't use alcohol markers, so you can't use like Copics or alcohol markers, but I can use super tips, which is what we used last time. So let me find a black one. So I can do the background a couple different ways. I can color it in with the black super tip, or which for me is probably even faster, black acrylic paint. So whatever y'all want to see me do more. Let's get this. So depending on what y'all would like, I'm looking through there's some brushes here in case that's what y'all want. So the background's going to be black because the flowers are going to be pink. Or here's the other thing I thought to do. Is it a little blurry? Let me try to refocus here. Hang on, guys. Let me autofocus again. Okay. Is it still blurry? How's that? So you can glow it up. Acrylic paint. Okay, so acrylic paint it is. All right, so now let me find a couple small brushes. I need a nice pointy one and a kind of a flat one for the bigger areas. This one. I can probably do almost all of it with that one. Okay. All right. So I just use, when I'm using a color book page, and I'll zoom in some more, and maybe that'll help with the, that might help with the focus as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get it nice and focused again. Okay, how's that? Does that look good? Let me know. Oh, yeah, and thank you, Janet, for saying that too. Whoops. YouTube does default to lower settings, so if I am streaming in 1080p, it looks pretty clear to me, but I have to rely on you guys. So, but make sure you are in at least 720 or 1080p. Okay, make sure your little wheel, your little setting wheel. Okay. All right, so I am going to start with the background, and I'm going to just use this little tiny angle brush here and start painting in the background. Oh, whoa, wait, before I do that, because I did have a separate option. So my other option was a black background with hot pink flowers, or now think about it, try to imagine it first before you answer, a hot pink background with gray and black flowers with stars on the flowers. That was my other option, but I thought that might be too out there and nobody probably wants to see black and gray flowers with stars, but that was my other option. What do y'all think? Do you want to see black and gray flowers with a hot pink background? Well, it's going to be a little blurry because I'm so zoomed in, Nellie. And these lines also, guys, these lines are not black. They're gray. So they're not real clear. I mean, you know, see? How's that? Starry flower sounds cool. All right, so y'all want the okay, so now then let's go ahead and get the hot pink first for the background. Let's see, where's my hot pinks here? Okay. I think I'm going to go with this purpley pink, maybe. I mean, it's kind of more on the purple side. Let's see, or let's see here. I'm digging. Let's go with this. This one's a little bit lighter. All right, so we're going to go with carousel pink. Carousel. I'm shaking it over here. I got these seeds. The gray flower sounds awesome. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start by doing the background hot pink. Okay. All right, so we'll see how this goes. And again, I can do it pretty quick, but I have to just keep concentrating to stay in frame. And this is just craft paint. Nice hot pink. All right, are we good on the lighting and everything? I'll put a nice black border too, because it has a little lined border around it. So I'm putting it kind of thick and going over it a little bit, because this paint's a little translucent. So if I kind of put it on thick and kind of scrub it in, I should probably can get away with one coat. Probably get away with one coat. And I might do a little bit of pink and then a little bit of the flowers, and we'll see. So I'll probably start with a wash of black acrylic paint on the flowers and then shade it in gray, and then put stars on it, and maybe put a little nebulas, Put little nebulas in the flowers. So I'm being fairly careful, but I also realize that I'm going to paint over the leaves and the flowers and all that. So if I get over the lines, it's okay because I'm going to pencil over the top of it and it's not going to show. So if you get a little bit over the lines or something, don't panic. You're going to go back over to the other areas. So it's not going to you're not going to see it anyway. It's just that, like I was saying earlier, somebody asked about if I did Johanna Basford's newest book, Wonderful Worlds or whatever it's called. I didn't get that because it's so tiny. And this one is almost too tiny for me. I mean, it's almost too tiny to have fun with it. I don't know if I can turn off. Let's see if I can adjust this here. Turn up the brightness just a little. Don't want to get too bright. All right, I'm going to do something here, guys, and it's going to look weird for a second. I'm going to turn off the auto white balance for just a minute. So hang on, and I'm going to hand adjust it. Let's see if I can. Is that better or worse? I made this white brighter. Does that look better by auto adjusting it myself? Or what do you call it? Not auto, but hand doing it. Is that any better to you guys, or is it better the other way? This makes the page whiter. So I don't know if you like it this way, or did you like it better the other way? Either way, we can work with it. It's better with the white like that. Better. Okay. You always have to be adjusting because of the lighting. Lighting is the bane of a streamer's stream. When you stream with webcams, when you're streaming with your real cameras, if I want to call it that, when you stream with your real cameras and then upload a video, the clarity is just so much more defined, and the settings and everything you can do yourself so much better. But when you're on a webcam, there's a lot of factors there. Okay, thanks, Pacola. Yeah, this is a bright pink. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple of areas here. Then I'll probably go over to the, do a little bit on the flowers. I kind of go back and forth. Let me get a baby wipe to clean my little brush out in between. Nebulae is the plural of nebula. Okay, I'll have to remember that. We're going to do nebulae today. I like that, Zippy. I really do. Nebulae. We're going to do nebulae on the flowers. Zippy should know. Zippy lives out there in the nebulae. And some paints, like I said, are more translucent than others. The pink is not as translucent as a red or a yellow or a lime green because it's got white in it. But I'm still kind of putting it kind of thick so I don't have to go back and make too many coats over it. It looks pretty good. Hi, Joannica. Hi, some big jerk. Good to see you. Oh, brother. That's a good one. I gotta write that down too. Oh my gosh. Some big jerk. That's gotta go in the wing nut. The opposite of nebulae. I think you mean with that I. I think it was an I. I don't know. I think that's what it was. Is Nebu truth. All right, now you can go sit in the corner with Zippy, some big jerk. That's going in the wingnut book. You can go sit over there with Zippy. You guys. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? Thanks, everybody, for stopping in. So, yeah. But yeah, I think those are some of my favorite stories um, from going back to school in my 30s. And but I did enjoy helping the younger, I say the young people. I was in my 30s. They were like 18, 19, and but they helped me sometimes. For instance, like I would redline their essays and stuff. I'd get my red pen out and I would just, I could just tear apart their essays and things. I know, no, your grammar here, your grammar, that's not. But when it came to algebra, I could not get algebra because I wanted it explained to me. I wanted to understand it. I wanted to know why these formulas, what do these formulas mean? Why? And the kids would all say, I say kids, like say 18, 19, they'd say, you don't need to know that. You just have to memorize the formulas. You don't have to know all that. Just memorize the formulas and you'll do fine. But I didn't want to memorize the formulas and do fine. I wanted to understand it. And they couldn't explain it to me either because they didn't care. I mean, there may have been one or two pre-engineers in there that wanted to understand it, but most of them just wanted to get through algebra. I wanted to understand it. I bought all kinds of books on it, algebra for dummies, and but all it did was tell you how to work the problems. It didn't tell you what it meant. And I hated that. I could not understand what it meant. So, yeah, algebra was a real struggle. Everything else, 4.0. But algebra, I think probably ended up with a B because I probably did end up with, doing what the kids said, just memorize the formula. But I wanted to understand the why. Geometry, oh my gosh. It was like, did somebody make geometry for me? Because I love geometry. I loved all the, because you could see it. It was visual. It made sense. Geometry had a purpose. Geometry had a purpose. It was an artist math dream of an artist is geometry. So, but yeah, so they helped me out with that, and then I helped them out with editing their essays and stuff there and stuff. I know. I know. Let's see. Rachel, the first of the try prove mathematics that it's just, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. So, and there's probably some of you here that understand algebra and it does make sense, or maybe it doesn't, and you just memorize the formulas. But yeah. So I'm going to try to get some of these big areas done. And we'll go in on the flowers here. Let's get a piece of something there. So at 11 o'clock, we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to, oops, drop my brush. We're going to give away that drawing book at 11. Thanks, everybody, for being here. If I missed saying hi to you or missed you, it's not on purpose. I do have to look away from chat when I'm working on projects. So let's see, what other school? I don't know. I don't have a lot of school stories. I know I told you, and I know most of y'all that have been around have heard these before, but I'll tell one of my school stories about, and I've told this one a lot of times. Don't email if you've heard it. I've heard that story so many times that I hear your email in my head. You don't have to send it. Don't hit the send button. So, but I was in third grade. I was always, it's kind of like like Boo is. She's very, wants to do everything well in school. And I did too, up to a point, up to probably junior high. But in elementary school, I was very conscientious and wanted to do everything just right and make all A's. Well, back then it was S's. You made S's, I's, and U's in elementary school. S's were satisfactory. I was improvement needed, I think, and U was unsatisfactory. If I ever got a U, I don't know what I would do. I never got a U. You haven't heard them all channeling? Oh, well, good. So, I mean, when you've been streaming for 10 years, most of the stories are kind of, I'm telling them again. But it's just something to talk about while I'm doing this. I hope we're still okay in the lighting and the focus and whatever. Hopefully we're still good. So, in case y'all didn't notice, I talk loud. In case you didn't notice. But one time I got called to the principal's office. I think I was in third grade, which would have made me what, 8 years old, something like that. 8 in the third grade, and 8, 9, and I got called to the principal's office, and I thought, oh my gosh, what have I done? I never even seen the principal's office. What have I done? I got to go to the principal's office. So I had to wait outside in the waiting area before I got called in. So I got called in, the principal, and I think it was the music teacher. I don't remember. This is a lot of years ago. And called to the principal's office, and they said, and I know I probably had a terrified look on my face, and they said, oh, no, you're not in any trouble. But we have a problem. The school microphone in the cafeteria, I think it's where we did all, they had the big stage in the cafeteria. The microphone is broken, and we need someone to narrate the school play, and your voice carries. Your voice carries. So we need you to do the narration portion of the school play because your voice carries. I.e., you talk so dang loud. What kind of principles? With the A or the LES? Yeah, there's two kinds of principles. That's good. That's good something, Jared. So yeah, so they just wanted me to narrate the school play because my voice carries. All right, I'm almost done with this little edge. Once I get down to this corner, then I'm going to move into the flowers. So, but yeah. But if y'all do YouTube videos, tell one of your something embarrassing that's happened to you in your life. It kind of like makes you like human. You have embarrassing stories and you're not afraid to tell them. Yeah, I know, right, Tina? Well, I wouldn't say I was a big mouth. I talked loud. Although Janet and I have had the discussion. Janet and I had this discussion about being bossy. And I forget exactly how we said it to each other, but we were, I don't know if we said some of it on stream, some of it we were messaging. And Janet and I were both accusing each other of being bossy. And on the playground, and hands on hips bossy. And I said something about bossing Janet around, and she was probably up on the upside down on the monkey bars, upside down. And back then we all wore dresses, and I said, well, you were just upside down on the monkey bars and I saw your underwear. She goes, LOL, I wasn't wearing any. Something like that. It was really funny. I can't remember the full conversation, but Janet's a hoot. Janet's a who. So I think we were both, Janet and I were both probably both bossy. Bossy. Uh, yeah, and no, it has an inside voice, right? That's what they call it now. Back in our day, they didn't say that. Okay, so let me go ahead and just wrap. I mean, I'm not finished with the pink, but and I'll want to finish this before it, my little pile of pink here dries out. But I'm right up to the edge here, so let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and stop right here. And go into the flowers. So what I'm going to do is I want them to be gray. They'll have some actual black areas, like in the darkest darks. They'll have black as well, but I want them to be. I want them to, be outer space. Nebulae. I want to nebulize them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean out my little brush here. So again, guys, don't forget about your Society of Idea Collecting. If you're hearing, if you hear a story that I'm telling or someone else is telling in chat and it brings back a memory for you, and you say, oh, I haven't thought about that in a long time, write it down. Okay, I need a little bit softer brush. I'm going to get my brushes out here. This one's good for tiny flat, but I need a little something that's going to do a little bit more blend. So I got to get a little bit of softer brush. That's not very pointy though. I need a pointy. That may work. Okay. So what I'm going to do is with my black paint here, I'm going to add just a little bit of water. I'm going to water this down just a little on the edge here. Not the whole thing watered down, but have a little bit of watered down black here just to start. Just to start to get a wash on it. To get a wash on it, might need a little bit more. I don't want to get it too dark at first. You can always darken it up, but it's hard to lighten it. Well, it's not really because you can use other white pencil and stuff. But all right, so I am just going to go over all the flowers with a nice base coat. I'm going to base coat all the flowers. I'm not going to do the leaves. The little leaves under the flowers, although that may supposed to be part of the flower, but I'm going to consider it a leaf. Under the flower there where it's connected to the stem. Okay, so I'm just going to put in a nice black base. We'll see if this turns out. If it doesn't, it's just a color book page. But this will be our base coat. And the thing about using water on the color book pages, even on these that are a little bit thicker, these pages are a little bit, more cardstock than some. But even on the thinnest pages, you can still use water in your on your paper. The trick is not to oversaturate the paper and to let it dry in between. So I'm using one coat of water here, and I'll dry it before I add another coat. Or I can go in with pencil as well. But that is the trick to either not going through the paper or pilling the paper, which is like, tearing up and making it, the fibers break down and start falling apart. And you see all those little pills of paper. The trick to not get that happening is to do one coat, let it dry or hit it with the heat gun, and then go over it with another coat after it's dry. And the same thing if you're going to add pencil, whether it's to a solid color of paint or a wash, you have to let it dry before you go in with pencil, or you're just going to tear into your paper. I'm just going to tear into it. So I'm going to just get this down, then I'll probably do a little bit more of the pink. And whether or not, and I usually don't finish on stream. I try to get as far as I can. But if I don't finish on stream, I will finish it and post it on Instagram eventually. I still haven't finished our axolotls. Am I saying that right? I always say it wrong. Axolotls. I haven't finished those guys yet in the Kirby book. So this is just an initial wash. Hi, Mary Berry. Anybody else? Hyman, artist. Welcome. So, yeah, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to do the book giveaway. That's a little dark. Let's knock some of that back. I need a little bit more water on the edge, just on the edge of my black paint. I don't want to water the whole thing down. So what's everybody else working on? If you're doing anything in your Society of Idea Collector notebooks, share some tip. If you had one tip that you would share with everybody here on the Society of Idea Collecting, what would it be? What's the one tip that so far that if you're just starting out, or if you've been doing it for a while, what's the one tip? Julie probably has some tips. I don't know if Julie's still here. She might be at work. What's the one tip you would share about collecting your ideas? Is it the kind of notebook you use? Is it the way you make lists? Is it the kind of tabs? How do you divide your topics? How do you divide your topics? R. R. I hope I'm still in camera. I know I look like I've got the same color skin as this pink. But as long as the page is correctly colored, I mean, that this looks pretty good. It doesn't matter about that. And then probably some olive color, maybe lime green, leaves and vines. In her little dress, I might do in gray as well, with nebulae on her dress. Like she could be one of the flowers, or the flowers could be the little elves or the little fairies coming to life. And she's the first one that came out of uh, not hibernation, cocooning, cocoon. Maybe I'll give her green hair, like the green leaves of the flowers. Okay, got all the flowers done. Well, started, based. Molly's Coloring in Romantic Country, The Second Tale. That's a good book too. They have good. It's kind of like a watercolory paper in that book, isn't it, Molly? All right, sip of juice here. All right, I think I'm going to hit it with the heat gun real quick. Might do a little bit of the pink that's behind these flowers. And sometimes if you dry the back, it helps it from wrinkling. Now, will it wrinkle some? It might buckle a little, but that doesn't bother me. But if any kind of buckling bothers you at all, then you probably don't want to add any water to your pages at all. I'm just saying. It doesn't bother me if it has a little bit. And I found that when you do the back side of a page, if it's a double-sided book like this is, when you do the other side of this brush is too floppy for that. Let me go back to my other one. When you, by the time you color the back side, any little bit of warping that might have happened from the water, it usually flattens out pretty well if there's any buckling at all. Or put all things in a bag so you can carry it with you. You don't lose anything. Yeah, some kind of a like so you can go from your room to your couch to your bed carrying some things. Yeah, that's why I'm saying don't get you one of those 600-page 12 by 14 sketchbooks for your your idea collecting, because you won't be carrying that around, not for long anyway. Okay, so let's see. Always carry a notebook and remember all ages have value, like juggling dog. See, my answer to that is a pack of post-it notes everywhere. If I have these wherever I am, I can always write down my ideas, slap them back in the bigger notebook later, and expand those ideas. That's why I say post-it notes. I do more on post-it notes than I probably write actually in the book. And then I'll go and organize some of the ideas. If I think, well, I need a fresh idea, or what about this? I have them tabbed. I can find things, and it's most likely it's going to be on a post-it note originally. Unless I'm sitting down making lists or something, list, a mind map, something like that. That'll be on a full sheet of paper. But when an idea just comes to you, write it down on a post-it note, because you can always just tear that and stick it in a book, right, and come back to it later because it's sticky. That's the genius of the post-it notes. All right, so we'll see how quick I can get some of this done here. Although not that I'm trying to hurry. I do go faster on stream than I do when I'm coloring by myself, or any project when I'm doing by myself. I'm not as speedy in well, I mean, I could be, but I take my time and enjoy the process more when I'm by myself. So when you see me just zipping through a color book page or any project, I don't do that normally. I'm unless I'm showing you how to do a portrait or something. I usually take some time on that, but I'm going faster on stream than I am by myself. Romantic country artist lives far away from everything when she's okay. Let's get a little info on the romantic country. When she started those books, she got it with her supplies. Realized she forgot. Yeah, so she did them all with toothpicks. Yeah, I knew about that, Tina. Not everybody may know that, although I think she puts that information in the beginning of her book. I think she tells that story in the beginning of her books. I think I have 2 of them. I don't know how many she has now. She have more than 2? I don't remember. I haven't worked in them in a long, long time. I really want to get around these flowers so I can start working on them. Trying to hold my brush back so it's not, my hand's not in the way. So we'll see how far we can get. Don't really have a whole lot left in the pink. You just have to remember to stay in camera. And check chat. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Tina said Erie tells the story in her first book. Okay, yeah. Erie is the artist, author. Have I been doing any reading lately? I'm rereading a couple books. I know I've got like, I always have. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I probably have 50 books that on the go. I usually read 10 at a time, as long as they're not the same. Like all mysteries or all history. If they're not all the same thing, I can read multiple books and keep up with it. So it's not like I need to reread certain books, but I have been. After Tina would probably, well, I don't know if I want to go off in the weeds on a book tangent, but I really want to see what y'all are reading. If you're if you're a reader, what have y'all been reading? And maybe after I do the giveaway, I'll go get the 3 books that I'm rereading. Which may or may not interest you, but need to carry on house painting. Okay, thanks, Tricia, for stopping in. You don't want to stay for you don't want to stay for 20 more minutes? Let's see. Faithful, there's like 5 books and 3 tracing books. I need them all. I'm not sure what books you're meaning, Faithfulness. What books? Oh my gosh. Hi there, Mike. If y'all don't follow Blacklist Universe, Mike Miller, he is a world famous comic book artist. Yes, he is. And he's making some new comic books. Making some new books. I don't know. You can't put a link, Mike, but maybe Tina can put a link. If you look up Blacklist Universe, you'll find him on YouTube. But he's always working on a new comic book project. And yeah, you're awake. Yeah, you're on the West Coast. So 7:30 there, 7:30. Thanks for stopping in, Mike. And y'all make sure go follow. I mean, follow all these people. You'll get all different kind of views and perspectives, and yeah, it's just awesome. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to scroll through. Good morning, little sister Cheryl. Serve books like so you can let's see what is SBJ some big jerk. His name is Gene, and he said you can call him Gene or SBJ. So you channel surf books like me, stack them on review chapters. Yes, I do. I do. But what I do on channels, I don't come back to them. What I do, Gene, on YouTube channels is I scrub through, especially if I watch a lot of, if I can't be there live on a 3, 4, just like here. If you're watching me on a recording, you probably aren't going to sit here for 4 hours. But you can scrub through, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up before you move on, And so, yeah, I do get through a lot of YouTube. Now, if they're just like 10, 15-minute videos, I get through most of those. But, someone turns on the heat gun like I do here, I'll scrub through that, But that's probably how come we can watch so many and read so many books. Pete started a book club, So Tina is also a mod at Creepy Little Book. Pete is the his YouTube channel is Creepy Little Book, and he has a whole story about how he started that title. And he does all kind of things from Bigfoot, UFOs, myths, monsters, everything. Anything, it can be creepy, mythos. I mean, Pete does it, and he does it in a way. He usually gets his face like right up to the camera. And he's very dramatic, and he reads different articles and different histories of different things. And I love Pete's show because he, and again, guys, if you don't agree, it's like he'll get into religion, he'll get into all kinds of things. He doesn't get politics, just like we don't get politics here. But he'll get into different religions and myths and monsters and I love his channel. He makes you just, because I love mysteries anyway. I watch all those shows. I watch the Bigfoot shows and the UFO shows and the, faux history shows. I watch all that. I like a mystery. And whether you agree or think any of it's what Pete puts out is accurate or not, he's not doing it to be that. He's doing it to make you think and explore and wonder. We don't do enough of that anymore. We don't do enough wondering. We don't do enough wondering and exploring and thinking. We're all on the internet. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's where I am too. So let's see. Let's see where the chat led to. Yeah, there's Pete's channel, and if Tina or anybody want to put in Blacklist Universe, Mike's channel. And Mike, if you're still here, how's your mom? How's your mom doing? I know, Sarah. I like it too. I like Creepy Little Books channel. I like Pete. Pete's, I don't know. I just like it. He's just kind of a cool dude. He's like, somebody I would have hung out with when I was younger. I just like him because he's real, he's just real. I don't know. I'm sure Tina thinks so too, or she wouldn't be a mod for him. But yeah. We're getting there, guys. I'm going to get back to the flowers here. We're going to nebulize them, as Zippy would say. Okay, so here's a couple people. Bed of Dust, Sarah, like Bailey Sarah, Murder and Makeup Monday. Is that like a cozy mystery, Bed of Dust? It may or may not be. I mean, just because it has a cozy mystery title doesn't mean it is. Okay, so there's Ann Lairs, and let's see, I'm trying to click on everybody. I'm scrolling through, trying to find. Thank you, Tina. There's Mike's channel. Let's see, who else? I'm scrolling back to see anybody I missed. Thanks, Tina. Oh, true crime stories while doing makeup. I can never do that. Oh my gosh. For real, Betta Dust. Oh, is it a channel? Is it a channel of Betta Dust? She tells crime stories while putting on people's makeup. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even heard of that one. Oh my gosh! All right, I got to get my brushes. Especially when you use these little brushes like that. See how they start crusting up? See, start drying up. So you got to kind of just clean them off every now and then. Keep your brushes, fresh. And I like British mysteries. I like I've shown my authors. I brought the books up here before. If you look in my playlist under book chat, you'll see some of the books that I've brought up here and talked about. But I like some of those. I haven't read any lately because I've been reading. I've been reading stuff on ancient. See, I love ancient theories of prehistory kind of things. All right, hang on. Nobody. Let me finish this. Let me finish this little teeny bit here, and I'll go get the books that I'm talking about that I'm reading, and then I will we'll do our giveaway. Pete would appreciate these books, Tina. But I like to read a little bit of everything. So sometimes I'll read history, sometimes I'll read mystery, sometimes I'll read theology, sometimes I'll read far out, theory books, and I like to read just about everything. I mean, I love books on like the history of things, like the history of the compass, tea. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that are in my library that I've shown y'all recently. The history of anything, the whole history of it. The compass, I don't know. I can't think of them right now, but I love the history of items and things. And yeah, I used to like that show. Yeah, I did too, Cheryl. That's back from the 80s. I mean, I know they carried it over after the main guy died, but um, yeah. All right, I'm going to back out here just a little now for a minute. Let's back out for a minute so you can see how we're going. And I know the color's off a little because I did the color adjustment by hand so that this would be nice and bright, even though everything else, me included, are not true color. But I wanted to have the picture to be nice and crisp. Okay, so let me take a quick break anyway because I'm drinking all this juice. Where's my BRB? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'll grab my books on the way back. Then we'll do the giveaway. Okay. So some of these I think I could say probably almost all but one I've read, but I'm going back and doing some other research on some other questions that I wanted to look into. And and again, guys, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't email me. Well, you can email me if you want to talk about it. But anyway, so I am rereading and going back over 3 books here, and then I'm referencing some of these other ones. So, well, all but one. So let me put this to the side just a minute, and we'll do our giveaway. This one I got is kind of new. And I've read a lot of David Hatcher Childress's books, and I can't even tell you how many of these kind of books I have. Got tons of them, but Hubster was reading this one first, and he said he read this far, and he goes, he's a little all over the place for me. that's Hubster's description of it. He goes, and he liked it because it had something to do with World War II. I liked it because it has something to do with hiding something in Antarctica. So anyway, but he doesn't really care for this particular book's writing style. He says he skips over and jumps around too many places. And is Ethan here? I gotta ask Ethan a question. If Ethan's here, say something, Ethan. I need to ask you a question if you're here. Or maybe she's just putting that in there because I stepped away. It was like a commercial for a while. I stepped away. I don't know. Tina, did Ethan come in? So, well, anyway, so this one is pretty, I don't know. Let me tell you the years. Okay. So, well, this is all of his books here. I mean, I probably have most of them. All right. It's 2020. So this one came out in 2020, Antarctica and the Secret Space Program from World War II to the current space race. And again, you've probably seen him on Ancient Aliens and ancient history things on the History Channel or Discovery Channel. You've probably seen him on there. Okay, Ethan, if you're still here, I need to ask you a question. Come back, Ethan. Come back. Oh, I can always Instagram him, but I wanted. Oh, there. Okay, the coloring lamp. Okay, let's see. Thanks for making sure just right for our lunch. What it means, we'll have makers. Okay, I want to know if this is this Ethan or somebody else in the coloring lamp family. You sent me the lion picture. You sent me the other one. Would you like me to test coloring it with water-based, like the Crayola water-based markers? If you'd like, I'll color it with the water-based markers. I don't know, again, I don't know how they hold up over time with the light bulb, light fastness or whatever. Okay, so you are here, Ethan. But I will color that second picture with Crayola water-based markers. Now, the thing about water-based markers, if they get wet, they're going to run. I won't get mine wet, hopefully. But if you get them wet, they're going to run. Whereas on the coloring lamp where I did the other one, I don't have it plugged in. Should I take a second? The water-based. Okay, so the only thing about doing the water-based test, hang on, guys, I'm going to do a rabbit trail here for a minute. The only thing about doing that is if it gets wet, it's going to run. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna plug it in real quick because I want y'all to see it. I know it was on the other. It was on my stream last week, but I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. Look at the coloring lamp because Ethan's here. So they're going to do a Kickstarter on this sometime like the end of May. We'll get back to the books in a minute. All right, so I'm going to turn it on here. All right, now let me take my camera down. Hang on, take my camera down here. All right, so here's the coloring lamp. Now, if you get the bulb that changes colors. So, well, let me show you. This is just the white bulb here. And I colored this with mostly Copic markers. It's colored mostly with Copics, but there's some other alcohol-based markers in here too. but it's got the light in it that you can change the colors. And this is the wood rings around it here. And they're just attached with magnets. They have magnets that attach to the ring, and then these little feet on here that lift it up enough for the cord to come out. It's really easy. It's really easy. All right, so here, let's change. See, watch the eyes. See, isn't that cool? And it looks a little, it's kind of doing a little flicker on the camera, but that's not happening in person. That flickering you see a little bit, that's not happening in my studio. It's just because I think the light. And then let's just go back to white and then let it sit back again. Hang on. So, yeah. So he sent me another, and these panels are going to be interchangeable. And they're going to have a subscription to it so that after you buy the lamp, you can change these out. It's real easy to change out. I did it on, if you go in my playlist or go in my videos, you'll see the coloring lamp video where I showed this and colored this on camera on a stream. And then you're going to be able to buy replacements for these. Okay. So again, it's just really cool to be able to kind of change things around, right? Just all different. It's just so cool. Okay, and then you can do, like I think I hit the change automatically. See, it'll do it all different. All right, so let me turn that off. All right, now I'm going to hang you back up here on my yardstick. That's where y'all hang. That's where y'all live. Y'all live up here on a yardstick. Okay, so let me so Ethan is going to be that's going to be on a Kickstarter soon. Follow him, follow the coloring lamp on Instagram. Follow the coloring lamp on Instagram, and if you want to, this is the bulb that you can get these on Amazon, and it comes with the little remote. And changes colors. Okay, just so you know what kind of bulb it is. All right. So back to the books. We got 5 more minutes. I'll talk about books for 5 minutes, and then we'll do the giveaway. All right. So, so this one. Oh, thanks, Pacola. She put, there's the link to the video where I colored it. I know. Oh, thanks, Tina. All right. So anyway, you might not, I don't know if you'd like his writing style, but because Hubster didn't really care for his writing style. I've not read this one yet because Hubster's had it, but it's got all kinds of, I don't know. I love this kind of stuff. Old pictures, photographs, and, secret, what happened in Antarctica. I just love this kind of stuff. So anyway, whether his writing style fits me or not, I'll still like it for the storytelling in it. Okay, then I read a lot about the giants, okay, and prehistory of the lost race of giants, the Nephilim. And then I reference the Book of Enoch, the companion to the Book of Enoch. So these are some of the ones that I've read, but I'm going back into. Same thing, Reversing Herman. And then anything by Michael S. Heisner, The Unseen, The Supernatural. And if you look up Michael S. Heiser, he's a brilliant scholar. And so anyway, this is all the stuff that I'm reading this week. This is stuff that I'm reading this week. So this is my bedside stack. All right. So let's go ahead and do a giveaway of the 50 ways to draw your beautiful ordinary life. Let me zoom back in a little. So I'll do a quick little flip of this. Again, this is one of the books. I've already given away 4 or 5. I don't remember how many Faithful Mess sent us. And this is the last one of this particular flow book. So we're going to do a giveaway. So here's how it works with the giveaways. Don't put any numbers in yet. Let me give you the rules. Please follow the rules. Follow the rules, children. That's like the teacher voice. Not that you are children. I'm just imitating a teacher. So, because I tell you, I am not a teacher. Not that you can't learn stuff, but you know. Okay. Yes. Janet, you say that. I totally know the kind of stuff you read. So don't be fooling people thinking that that's all you read. I know you, Janet. Okay, so what's going to happen is this is going to be for US only. Okay, I'll do a separate one for international only for a print. Okay, because I can't send these books around the world. You might as well just buy the book for the price that it costs to ship it. So this is for US only. You're going to put in a number between 1 and 100 when I type in go. Don't put in a number till you see me type in go. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. One number only. One number only. Make sure you have live chat selected at the top of the live chat clicked at the top of the chat. If you have talk chat selected, you will not see all the chat. Let me get my phone here. And then I'm going to put in random.org, even though there's over 150 people here. It's the first person closest without going over. So it doesn't matter, how many people are here between 1 and 100 because it's the first person closest without going over. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back. Let me go to my random.org. Okay, so we did a giveaway a little while ago between 1 and 20. So now I'm going to change that back to 100. Don't put any numbers. Now remember, this is for US only. Hang on. This is for US only. I'll do a separate giveaway for the international. Okay, US only. Okay, so there you go. Go. Between 1 and 100. Okay, I'll give it a minute. Okay. And then we're going to do an international in a minute for one of my prints. And I'll let you pick one of the two that I showed earlier. Okay, and that will be a separate giveaway. Okay, get them in. I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Get them in. 2, 1. Even though I put SOP. Okay, so between 1 and 100, this was from the other giveaway. 1 and 100, we're going to generate a number. 52. First person closest to 52 without going over. So if you went over 52, it doesn't count. Okay, 52. And that's this book right here. And thank you, Faithful Mess. Thank you, Faithful Mess, for sending these to us. And again, guys, if you have not gone over to look at her Etsy shop, I think it's still on my clipboard. There it is. Follow Faithful Mess, her YouTube channel, and her Etsy is right there. So, okay, so let's see. 2 people have 50, but who was first? Who was first, Tina? Who was first? First person closest. Tina said 2 people had 50. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Who was the first? All right, so G. Brody had 50. Was she the first one, Pacola? CB said G. Brody was the first. Okay. All right. So, G. Brody, I do have your address. You don't have to send it to me. Whoops. ROA. Okay. So, G. Brody, and G. Brody has a YouTube channel if you don't follow G. Okay. Congratulations, G. Brody. Sorry, I spelled your name wrong right there. I fixed it. All right. Congratulations, G. Brody. Woohoo. That will go to G. All right. So now I am going to do a giveaway for the internationals. Where's my prints that I had pulled out earlier? Let me make a note on this real quick. Hang on. All right. Making all my notes. Okay. I think I'll be generous today. I will give away both of these to an international. Okay. So I'm going to give away my my inky armadillo. All right. And also this one, the mermaid in the gazebo. Okay. Oh, good, G. Yeah. Okay. And everybody's saying thanks to Faithful Ness for giving the books. And she does send stamps. And she even sends the pack. She even sends this. Look, guys. She even sends that. I do send these books out book rate. So they do take maybe a week longer. She even sends out the mailers. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for that, Faithfulness. So, all right. So this is for international only. Okay. It's the same thing. Wait till I type in go. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100, the first person closest without going over will draw a new number on random.org. I'll send both of these, okay? And if you win and you are a monthly supporter, you may already have these. Then you can I'll send them to you anyway, and you can you can give them away yourself. Okay, so yeah, this is for the international only. Okay, international only. There we go. All right. 1 to 100. Okay, I gotta stick this back in the other book. So thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel and all y'all that just hang out, make funny comments, because y'all make it fun. Y'all make it fun. So I hope y'all have got some ideas for your Society Idea Collector books. I'm going to work on our color book here for a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, Hut. No, we're doing a giveaway. Jane, yours made it in right when I hit stop. So, yeah, Jane made it in. Jane was the last person that made it in. Okay. So let me go back to random.org. All right, we're going to pick a new number between 1 and 100. Here we go. 60. The first person closest to 60 without going over. Yeah. Bingo! Hut. And hi, Hut. Good to see you. Hut has 2 or 3 channels. He's fun. He's a comic book Hut. Yeah, he'll set you right on those comic books. Oh my gosh. But I think he's funny. Okay, so let's see. Jane got it. 56. All right, Jane. Okay, Jane Litterick. I probably spelled that wrong, but I have your address too. So I'm sending both of these prints to you. You may have them both already, Jane, but they're both coming to you. They're coming to you again then. So those are going out to Jane. All right. What else do I have around here that I've forgotten to show? I'm looking. Probably something, but all right, let's go back to our color book here. So yeah, next week I'm going to make a note. Next week, I don't know if it'll be Monday or Wednesday, but we will color the lion picture. Color lion for coloring lamp. I'll show y'all the picture that I'll color. I'll give y'all a tease here. Let me get them. So and by the way, guys, the lamps are like 18 inches tall, and they're like 24 inches because around, but this is what they look like, how big they are. Look how big they are. It's like a poster size, and it's like on a mylar, right? And this is the lampshade. So you can swap out the lampshades, and they're 18 inches tall. See? And then you got this little bit of border here. That's where the wood goes. And so we'll color this, and I'm going to try to, I am going to color it with, let's not get it in the paint, water-based markers, which if it gets wet, they will run, right? So I colored the last one that I just showed you with the cat. I colored those with Copics and alcohol markers. But I'm going to color this one with just Crayola Super Tips, water-based markers, which you can't get wet now. If you decide to try to color it with a water base, you don't want to get your lampshade wet because it'll run. But I just want to color it. I want to color it. So you just can't get it wet. Just can't say that enough if you use water-based markers, right? So let me roll this up until next week. Put it in this right here. Protect it. Okay. So don't put your lamp in water. Well, the lamp shade either, not the lamp itself. Of course, you don't want to put the lamp. You don't want to put the lamp in water, but you don't want to put the shade in water. Okay. All right. So put that to the side for now. Let's finish up, or at least work on this for a little bit longer. I'm going to zoom back in. Ethan's making fun of you, Rachel. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom back in. Right about there. And again, I know it gets a little out of focus when I get this close, but I think the colors and everything are good here. All right, so what I want to do with the flowers and her dress is now I'm going to get in here with some pencil. You can add another layer of watered down acrylic paint too, but I want to, let me get out my good pencils. Okay, so I have two trays of Prismacolor pencils here, and they're in silverware trays. Okay, so somebody's messaging. Family group text. Okay, so got a little bit of something in there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get out some black. Let's get out a couple of grays. Get out a couple of grays. That's pencil. It's not black. Let's see. That's black. And this should probably be enough. 3 black, light gray, and of course white. And then of course my Posca. And then if I want to add any extra nebulization in the flowers, then we'll do that as well. So let me go ahead and sharpen. Nice sharp pencils. Nice sharp pencils to start. So I hope y'all got some ideas. We do a little of everything here. I know we are all over the place some days because I try to pack in as much stuff as I possibly can. And when we have guests like, Mike or Ethan or Gary or, I try to shout out people too. And Faithful Maz, she just started her Etsy shop with her collage sticker dolls. We want to share. I like to share. Bye, Kathleen. Thank you, Tina. Pete, creepy little book, Pete. Shows and channels I like. I'm especially gonna promote shows and channels I like. I also try to promote and share channels you guys like, but I'm gonna share the ones I like too, because I can. All right, so I am going to start with, let's go ahead and do some, I know I'm going to have some very dark blacks. All right, so I'll try to keep my hand back here so that you can, so again, the idea, I'll do one and then we'll do some others. So the idea here is these are going to be, they're going to be space flowers. So I'm going to start by getting in the lines and the division of the petals. And her dress too. Let's go ahead and do her dress as well, because her dress is going to be have a nebulization to it as well. Now the nice thing about what I did with the what do you call it, the acrylic wash, is color pencils love acrylic paint. They will go right over it. You can do all kinds of shading and fancy techniques over the top. Now, I accidentally went over her hand a little bit there. I'll probably give her a bracelet. I could erase it, but am I close enough? Let's see. Maybe I can try to get one closer. We're gonna lose quality when I get this close, but all right. I don't know. Did that fuzz out too much by getting that close? I try to keep as good a quality as I can. I am streaming in 1080p, but sometimes my camera, has a mind of its own. All right, so I'm going to just kind of. So. And I decided these flowers as black and gray and stars in them. Decided that on a whim this morning. So it was going to be black background like I normally do, and then it was going to be stars and stuff in the background and pink flowers, but I reversed it. Let me show you the last one we did real quick in this book. I've only done one other page in this book, so we did this one. We did this one last week or the week before. And we added rain. What I'd like to do on this one is add mist. So we'll see if we have time to add the mist, because I would really like to do that, to show you how to put a fog or a mist, or if you do water, it can be a water splash mist. It can be a fog or a mist in any situation, waterfalls, floating through the air. It can be a lot of things. So I'm just going to kind of get it blocked in here. Got to sharpen again. You got to keep it sharp. Reverse coloring. Yeah. I still love my reverse collage. I got to get back to doing it. Maybe we'll do that one day. We'll do the lamp one day and then a collaging. So I want to get back in my Trisha book in the reverse collaging in that one. Okay, so now I'm going to just kind of get it some extra petal lines and and let's see what the, let's do a little, no, let's do the medium gray next. And I want to make sure I have a little bit of light. It's going to be stars, so I don't want too much highlighting in the flower because it's going to have stars and everything in it. So it's going to be more flat than normal. Like normally I would have a lot of shading top and bottom on the flowers, but because I want to make stars in it and maybe a couple of little planets or something. So I want to do a dress and at least one flower here for you. What Americana color did you use for the background? Oh, okay. Picola, it was carousel pink. Carousel pink. Yeah. It's a nice bright pink. And again, I might finish this today. Depends. It's rainy day. I'll probably just stay in and finish this today. And there's probably no gas out there right now because everybody got scared because of the what do you call it? The pipeline down here in the south. I guess, and I don't know. I don't know the whole story, and I don't believe half of it anyway. We do not have a gas shortage in this country. There is no gas shortage in this country. What it is there the pipeline around down here in the south supposedly got hacked, and it's stopped. It's just stopped, is my understanding. Let's don't get off in the weeds in that. I'm just saying I'm not going anywhere today. I mean, I have gas in my car. We always keep gas in our car. But so if you all want to go investigate that, go over there on social media and hash it out. Go hash it out over there on social media. Oh, so it'll be back, guys. It'll be back. All right. So I'm just going to get this nice and black down here in the shadows and the top here. I want it as dark as I can, but not solid black. You know what I mean? I want everything to be really nice and black, like in space, because I want to do the stars and things. Thank you, Brandy. So, and you can take your time. You know, I'm kind of rushing, like I usually do on stream. But I've got a couple. All right, so something like that. Then I'll take maybe the light gray and just kind of make sure everything's nice and smooth there. Just kind of blend that in a little on the edges. And you can also go in there. You could do this with black paint too and just kind of whoosh. Like, let me see. Is the black paint still wet? Where'd my black paint go? Where'd my little paint tray go? Where'd I put it? Is it up on the... Where'd I move that paint? Well, my little, there it is, right in front of me. You could also just take some of your paint, and still not, yeah, it's still wet enough. And you could also just kind of do some flicks in the paint like this. So you can do both. You can add paint and or pencil, depending on what you like. I like to do mixed media on my pages, so. Get those tips nice and dark down in here. Because you can kind of flick it out and it'll feather a little bit real quick. Same thing for her little dress. Probably needs a little bit more. Let's darken her dress up just a little there. All right. See, no questions other than Picola's color of paint. All right, let me hit this with the heat gun. Let me just smooth out her dress just a little. And then what I'll do is I want to add some little bit of nebulization and some stars. Where's my white Posca? All right. Hi, Marie. Anybody else I missed? All right. So now what I want to do is maybe in her little top of her dress here, let's just put a little detail. Maybe along the edge, maybe there's a little bit of lace or something that's, you know, you can change it, add whatever you want. The artist, Maria Trolle, is not going to email and say, I didn't put lace there. All right. So now what I want to do is maybe have at least one, let's have one like shooting star, one shooting star there. And then the rest we'll just have little, and I could throw a bucket of stars on this, but I want to be more, tight with where I'm putting the stars here. It looks better if you can throw paint on it rather than tap them in, because most people can't be real random, and you want to be kind of random with it. So let's put a few little plants. Same thing for our dress. All right, so now I got a few little stars here and there. Now I want to dry that. Yeah, let's do a couple. I don't want to make it look like it's her belly button, or I want it kind of random as far as those dots go. All right, now let's dry that. Okay, I don't take spam calls. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to have, let's see, I'm probably going to have like a lime green and a moss green. I'm probably going to have these colors as the leaves. I'm going to go ahead and just color in a base of the lime peel. And I'm going to do her hair lime color as well. I'll tie it all together. So my idea that I was thinking when I decided to do her in the black and the leaves and her hair in green is either she's turning into the flowers or the flowers are turning into her. She's this little elf, right? So she's either going to morph into these flowers or the flowers are morphing into these little elves or little fairies. I guess they'd be little fairies. All right, so let's just go ahead and get a base in here. Again, you could do this with a marker or not an alcohol marker because it'll go through. Oh, thanks, guys. Wish I had not packed up my books and paints. Well, you'll love them when you unpack them again. Trust me, I've moved over 30 times in my life. Once when we moved to Alaska, and it took like 3 months to get our stuff up there. It was like you got a whole new world when you open up those boxes. 3 months later, oh, I forgot I owned this. Hi, Dot. So yeah, so let me just go ahead and get around this flower here. But yeah, moving is tough, But what I always tried to do, I was raised in the military and married the military. And when the girls were growing up, what I always tried to do was anytime we had to move, as soon as I got everything in, now not everything was a 3 month, ordeal like to Alaska, but I would, when they were in school or away, or maybe they're at the grandparents for the summer or something like that. But when they came back to the new house, I had everything set up as close to the previous house as I possibly could. The dishes, the rooms, the furniture, their bedrooms. I tried to have everything put up in a way as close to what they'd left so that it would be less traumatic. You know what I mean? It would be a little less traumatic when they came back to the new house, because they moved a lot too. They didn't move. They haven't moved as much as I have, but they moved their fair share. So okay, I want to try to at least get these blocked in real quick, just so you can kind of get the idea of the colors anyway. And the butterfly, I'll probably do it in black and green, to kind of tie it in as well. Like maybe, I don't know. I haven't thought about the butterfly yet. So let's finish up these leaves here. So then I want to put a little bit of pink in the little pink nebulization in the flowers. Okay, so here we go. You can see so far what I've got done so far. Now what I want to do is get a hot pink Is that what I want? It's kind of, what color is this? Hot pink. And I want to go around the little, just go around. It's not going to go because I got pencil on there. I got a lot of pencil on there, so I probably need to do that with paint. I want to put a little tiny bit of paint around. Let me wet my brush here. A little bit of, just a tiny bit of pink. So I'm just going to get just the tiniest bit of pink, very tip, and just do a little bit of pink around the planets. I'm not picking up the paint's almost dry. Just a little bit of pink, maybe a little streak of something. Coming through. Very gently, something like that. You could go in there with the pink pasta, like just get the dots, a couple of dots. Just a couple of. I could do other colors too. Sometimes I'll do a lime green, or another color. Let's see. I don't have a lime green. Yeah, my lime is not really a lime green. In Posca, let me see what color that is. Nah, it's too flat green. So I'm not going to do that. All right, so there we go. We got that. Now what I want to do is do a couple of these, because what I want to do is have a mist coming through. But you can't put that mist over it if you haven't finished your background. All right, so now I'm going to go in here with a little bit of this is the moss green. I'm going to put a little bit of moss green in here. I'll put another little bit darker green. And I'll probably take a white pencil and probably put a glow. I'll probably put a glow around her and the flowers. So they kind of glow from outside that pink. I think that's what I'll do. I still have to color her hair, but. And see the same thing around the flowers. So let's see. So you have to remember, I'm making this up as I go. Just what I think might look good. But I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks everybody that stopped by. Some of my comic friends and other channels. Other artists that do other things. Did I miss some of the other books y'all are reading? Because I did want to see. We kind of got off when I moved over to the lamp from the books. Yeah, faithfulness. I hear you, girl. I think my dad was in the Air Force for almost 30. Hubster was in the Army for 20. And while he was in the Army, he put himself finishing. He'd already had some college, but he finished his college. He got his bachelor's, master's, and started on his PhD while he was in the Army. So yeah, well, the PhD, it might have been, he was already retired by then. I think he was already retired, but he got his bachelor's and master's while he was in the Army. Well, no, maybe he got his master's after. He was already working on it, I think. But he put himself through school while he was in the Army for the most part. And then went into HR, a whole second career after he got out of the Army. Love you, honey. If you're watching, sometimes he stops in. Sometimes he stops in on the stream. He did. He's and he doesn't stay long, so he kind of catches random bits. But I guess he stopped in. Maybe it was Monday when Picola was just like popping in links left and right, and he said, I call her my snapdragon. But anyway, he said, that Picola, you're right. That Picola is really on it. So I told you. Quick on the draw with those links. All right, so now I'm going to put just a little bit of the olive green in her hair. And again, I need to go in all these leaves. Each leaf has to have some of the olive and some of the darker green and probably a little touch of a highlight of white. I'm just trying to kind of get around this area, the leaves and everything that's just right around this area, because I'd love to put a wave of mist across it, but you really don't want to do that until, and I do want to put a black edge too. Let's see, I think I'll do that with maybe a Sharpie pen. Sharpie pen usually is fine not going through, but where is it? Let's do a test. Take a Sharpie pen. Sharpie pens usually don't go through things. But let's go back here on my test page. We have a test page from last week. Yeah, she does, Tina. So let's just do a little. Let's check it. Nope, didn't go through. So I'll just use a Sharpie pen because it's nice and sharp, right? To do this border. I certainly don't want to try to put this border in after I put a mist rolling through. I don't want to have to try to color around a mist. So at least let me do this side here where the mist would be coming through. Oh, I did have, Logan did send me a couple of new videos. I have to show those to you. My grandson out in LA, he sends me a video. Sometimes it's his cat. Sometimes it's his guitar playing at the School of Rock. I showed y'all that last week. Where's my phone? Where'd my phone go? I set it to the side because it was. There we go. Hang on. Let's take another rabbit trail. Hang on. Where lies the challenge? Which challenge? The one for today? You mean the one that I gave today, Rachel, for Wednesday? I mean, next Monday? The Wednesday challenge for the following Monday. Is that what you're asking? What's that? Did I miss something? Did I miss some opinions, Janet? Check the back. The Sharpie's giving me anxieties. Okay, no, it's not. It's not going through. It's not going through. We're good. We're good, Tina. I'm losing my light there, though. No mist over black. Yes, I'm going to put. Oh, you don't want the mist? I want the mist. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go over here to my messages. Hang on. Some of that he posted on Instagram, but let me look up here. Where's the one? Okay, this one. Okay, so y'all think that my cat loves me. And the color's all messed up, guys. The color is really bad. It's like, he looks real pink and red because I think because we changed it to fit this. But yeah, let's see. Oh, this is going to be this week's Catter Day. Did I show y'all this already? I don't think so. I got two things here. Maybe I showed this to y'all on Monday. Okay, wait, I got to back it up because it already. Okay, so you can't see it right there. There's Chippy the Chipmunk right there. See Chippy the Chipmunk? This is cat TV, people. There's Chippy right there under the arrow when I'm getting ready to start the video. I didn't click. So he ran under the bush. Now watch these cats. Watch their. There's cat TV. Okay, well, that's not what I want to show you. Okay, hang on. Let me zip back here. Okay, so now I'll show you first. Let me show you this one. Oh man, where is it? Did I not save it? Where is it? Yeah, here. Okay, I showed y'all this already. I won't show it too much because of I'll have to mute it because of the songs, but just so you can see him playing at the School of Rock. All right, I'm going to mute it so just you can watch it for a second. So there he is at the School of Rock. And then, so now he's practicing on his own. And Annie sent me this video of him practicing on his own. Here we go.
Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. To Mama.
He's teaching himself. So he taught him he's teaching himself. And then for one last thing here. So there we go. Got to brag on my grandson a bit. Okay, so back to coloring. He is cute, isn't he? Okay, so I'm not going to color this whole border, obviously, but I wanted, what my point is here is trying to get as much done here so I could put a mist going through. But I can't put that mist through while there's background to be done. So let's do our little hair piece here, a little crown. Yeah, so yeah. And then get the white. Chick magnet, I know, he probably will be, you're right. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I'm liking that. Now let's go back to the hair. So what I want to do in the hair is I want to add highlights with the white Posca and then just kind of feather it out a little bit. And then when this dries, when the Posca dries, you can go back over it. I'll bring this up close again here. So I'm just going to maybe a little in some of these branches. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone into her hair with the white Posca. Can you see the white? But I want it to be bright, but I don't want it to be white. So now when this dries, which let me just hit it with the heat gun. Now I can go with my lime green again and go back over that white. And it'll be green, but it'll be a brighter green than if I didn't use the Posca underneath. Okay, and then plus I want to add a little bit of darker green. Let me get a darker green. Is that? Yeah, this is moss green, I think. Anyway, let me sharpen. I think this is moss. Greenson ever listens to? I don't know. I don't know what he listens to tell you the truth, Rachel. I don't know. Okay, so let's. Now I want to get in here around her face. Some of the. I'll bring it up to the camera again so you can see. It's very tiny. See, that's one of the things about this book. It's like I said, it's just on the verge of being too tiny for me to enjoy coloring in. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but if it was like one step smaller, it would be like Joanna Basford's Tiny, and that's too tiny for me. Okay. So I'm just coloring little curls and little waves in her hair. Okay, same thing now into these branches and the leaves. See, I want to get in here and shade and shadow and put some detail, even though they're tiny, as long as you have a sharp pencil. All right. Let's look at to the a little bit of border. What time is it? I got a couple more minutes. I really wanted to put a mist across it. Now, if I do that, I'm going to I'll have to repaint this because it's going to go over that. But I want to show you what it looks like and how to do it. And if I just put it on Instagram, you're not going to see the process, which most of y'all see me do it anyway, so it's not really going to matter. But I'm going to go ahead and do it and then just repaint over it. All right, so I'm going to put like a glow, and I'll probably soften this up even more. Real soft glow around all the flowers. So you can kind of get an idea. Can y'all get an idea? I hope y'all got an idea. Can I get a witness? I guess I got an idea. So what I want to do is let me get a little bit of white paint out. I want it very slow. Now, once you do this, there's no going back. You got to just repaint the whole thing if you mess this up. So, okay. So, one of the grants. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to just get a damp baby wipe. Let me get a fresh one because this has pink in it, and I don't want to smear pink. A fresh baby wipe that's wet, right? It's moist, right? And I want to just get a little bit on my finger here. And I want to mash it in. You got to mash it into the baby wipe. If you just pick it up, you're going to pick up way too much. So you got to kind of mash it in. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to make a mist. Let me show you here on a sample. You're going to want to make a mist like this. You can go back and add a little bit more. See, you can make mist, you can make waves, you can do all kinds of things with a wet baby wipe and some acrylic paint. And so that's kind of what I want to do here. I want this to have a mist coming right across her and the flowers. So if I do that, it's going to be like this. And it's going to come all the way across more of the page. But I don't want to do too much because I'm already going to have to repaint that to get around it. So like this. And it'll probably swing back around. I'll probably have it swing around like this. Maybe it'll come behind a couple, but it's going to be kind of like this. Okay. But that's all I want to do because I'm going to have to repaint things. You've missed this part so many times. So all it is just a baby wipe mashed in. Let me do a couple more over here. You can do clouds. I like doing finger clouds better. Just paint on the finger. I like doing clouds like this because I can smear it like this. See how you can make a cloud? How quick with just finger painting? Take a little practice. Take a piece of black paper like this and just practice. Then you can go in here and highlight some of the mist, in some of the areas if you want to get a nice bright edge. Depending on what you want to do. Okay. to put the bracelet on her arm, Tina. So get you just a piece of black paper and practice with the baby wipe and some white paint. All right, let me back all the way out again. And let's go ahead and readjust the white balance. There we go. So now we're back to true color. True color, but I wanted it nice and bright when we're up close. So let's see if this, because the paper here, guys, is a cream color. It's an off-white. So I'm going to focus. So I think it'll be cool when it's done. You know, put a nice black border on there. But yeah, practice some mist, clouds, you know, waterfalls. Waterfalls are another good one you can do. You can do a base of a waterfall like this. Have a little place where it's splashing down here. And then you can get in there with a little bit of extra, just a little bit of extra, something, something. So you can do all kinds of things with white paint and a Posca. And a baby wipe. And a baby wipe. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to head out. I hope y'all enjoyed today's stream. We covered books and journaling and lamp coloring and giveaways and all kinds of stuff today. Yeah, thanks, Dina. Yeah, they are good on the likes most. And guys, not just mine, but other streamers, guys, go and make sure you give thumbs up, but comments really matter. So if you want to support a channel and you don't want to do a super chat or a PayPal tip jar, you can leave a comment after the video renders. It does mean coming back to the video. I understand that. Or if you're watching the recording, leave a comment because it really does. It does help, keep us streaming. So, all right, guys, y'all have a great day. Congratulations again, G, for winning the giveaway. And thanks everybody that's participating in the Society of Idea Collectors. If you didn't watch Monday's show, go back and watch Monday's show on how to get a book together and start your list. And then your assignment today, let me read it as exactly as Piccola quoted it. So this is how Piccola said it. I wrote it down. This week's assignment is quote art. So write down 5 to 10 quotes in your idea collecting book, select one and create something inspired by it. It can be a poem. It can be a story. It could be a photograph. It can be a doodle. It could be a zine, Janet. It could be So create some kind of something creative based on a quote. Okay? Post it on Society of Idea Collectors, all one word, hashtag, on Instagram. Or if you really, really, really can't figure out Instagram, you can email it to me. But it's so much easier for me to show your work if you post it on Instagram. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. And thanks, everybody, for being here. Have a great week. And have a good day. If I missed you, thanks, everybody. Y'all have... I'm so on the scene. I still want copies of your zines. I collect your zines, Janet. I collect them. Bye, guys.